Yes, we just interrupted the Anthony Rogers show, but I promise it's worth it. Anthony came into Atlanta, came into our system, this is no AI, and he performed a comedy set that is now turned into a hologram that you can walk around in your living room, sit down, listen to him say some of the craziest shit ever. You gotta check it out.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I guess I do comedy today. I was kidnapped by this company called Soapbox, and they told me to talk to you guys. They're going to kill me if I don't do a good job, so please clap.
You can download Soapbox free on the MetaQuest app now. Download now.
Without sponsors like High Pour, the THC seltzer drink, temp derived, it's very good. Great feeling, great buzz. No hangovers the next day. But without sponsors like High Pour, I couldn't have done this podcast. So, I mean, it's really important that you guys go out there and support the sponsors. Link in the description, highpour.com. Order some today, try it out. Let me know what you think. I mean, I like it, so let me know what you think.
Hey, thanks for watching this video, and I want to say without companies like Luxurious Bastard Beard Oil, this video wouldn't be possible to make. So you can go and the links in the description, Luxurious Bastard, promo code Legendary, and get some beard oil. Great smells, great function, great look, great shine, you know. Do that and support the sponsors so we can continue to make videos like this for you. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Brad West from Homebride Services. Hey, if your gutters are getting clogged up or your house is looking a little grimy, your driveway's all stained up, don't be embarrassed to have people over. Give me a call, 314-228-1456, or go to my website, hbspowerwashing-stl.com. Mention the Anthony Rogers Show and get 10% off.
This is the best show in the universe. The Anthony Rogers Show. Recorded live in downtown St. Louis. Do you even know where that is, you fucking idiot? Everyone else's show is most likely ran by someone that has a picture with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Remember when we found out that all the famous people, royals, politicians, etc. are just satanic pedophiles? Then we just did nothing about it and moved on with life. I think it was some Israeli blackmail scheme. Oh, well. Anyway, like I was saying, here's the Anthony Rogers Show. The best show in the universe.
Oh, welcome back to the show. We survived the longest intro of all time. We're all older and wiser if you're having sitting through that. Today we have a cool episode. We got a funny comic I haven't met yet. I mean, briefly before behind the scenes. Very funny on Instagram, hilarious like skits, and people think some of her skits are real, and it's kind of funny to me too, and like the prankster sense of humor. Jessica, I'm retarded. How do I say your last name? Sorry, I just want to fuck that up in front of all these
No,
people.
I want you to guess. Let's give it a whirl. How do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Literally can't. You should be happy I got Jessica down. You know, it's looking like a.
It's Misitano.
Misitano. Sorry,
Yeah.
no disrespect. I'm retarded. I know that. Oh, hilarious stuff on Instagram and stuff. Like, dude, your videos are like literally fucking hilarious. Like the abortion thing. Like you're addicted to abortions and shit. That's so fucking funny.
Dude.
And,
Yeah.
We'll pull it up. We'll pull it up in a bit. But we start off. We'll get back to Tennessee. But Frank is a legendary weatherman, probably the most famous weatherman on earth. I found him on Tosh.0 when I was a kid. That's how I first found out about him. But if you're younger than me, you might know him as a tornado siren guy on TikTok. The older people know him as a weatherman. Frankie MacDonald, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great so far. AI videos are kicking up the high gear on Facebook and social media, and AI videos are getting way worse all the time. A lot of people can't believe it. A lot of people can't tell it's AI or it's not anymore because AI is getting more realistic all the time, nonstop, building robots in other countries in the world. And Android almost look like people, but it's not true. Building robots in other countries around the world. They're building so much robots in these days. AI videos are kicking up the high gear all across the world, including North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, even Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand. So many AI videos, and news stations are corrupted all over the world. Every single news station's corrupted all across North America, all across South America, all across Europe, all across Asia, all across Africa, all across Oceania. There's a lot of internet-generated bots and Russian bots and Facebook bot accounts kicking up to high gear, tricking people. So many bot accounts kicking up to high gear, and it's getting worse all the time. Non-stop's going to last through years, decades, centuries, millenniums, tens of thousands of years, millions of years, billions of years. It's going to get worse all the time, all over the world. Here's Pitt Street in Sydney.
This rules. Hell yeah.
He like terrified me and then showed me a calming street. He's like, AI's taking over the world over the next like 1,000 years, and then like shows me a calming street. Like the dude's on acid, dude.
And did you hear about this? It's cool outside. Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's going to turn really warm to hot tomorrow. And Sydney, Nova Scotia is going to cool back down on Thursday. That's extreme weather, causing a lot of thunderstorms in Ontario, Missouri, and Texas, and all those places, eastern United States. It's going to bring lots of severe weather all across the east coast of the United States. And in Western Canada, it's going to be warm too. And it's going to bring a lot of rain next week in Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, Vancouver Island, Prince Rupert, and all those places. California is really dry. It's going to get really hot in Death Valley, California. In Arizona, it's really dry. It's going to be a lot of monsoon rains in Arizona and New Mexico this summer coming. Because El Nino, it's going to be really bad Pacific hurricane season in Eastern Pacific. It's going to bring lots of typhoons to Japan, Taiwan, China, including Philippines, Vietnam, Laos, Guam, and all those places. And Hong Kong.
And what's St. Louis look like next week?
In St. Louis, Missouri, it's going to bring and next week, Memorial Day is Monday coming up in the States. There's a holiday in your area.
So it's the El Nino year this year?
Yeah.
Oh, people are gonna get mollywalloped, huh?
Wow.
In St. Louis, it's going to be really cool temperatures on Wednesday. It's going to bring a whole lot of rain on Friday and Saturday, Sunday in St. Louis with thunderstorms in the forecast in St. Louis, Missouri, East St. Louis, Illinois. It's going to go all the way down Dallas and all those places. Siberia is warming up. It's going to get so much fires in Siberia, Russia this summer. It's going to bring a whole lot of fires in Murmansk, Russia, Fort Kutai, Russia, Norilsk, Russia, Yakutsk, Russia, out in the woods, and Magadan, Oymyakon, the Kolyma Highway is going to get a lot of fires in the woods. It's going to bring so much fires around Trans-Siberian Highway and things like this.
Frank, how the fuck do you know that?
I study the weather models and things like this in Google Earth.
Oh wow. What about Texas?
Lots of thunderstorms in Texas too, in Mexico, including Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nigeria, and Honduras and Panama. In Colombia, lots of rain thunderstorms in Ecuador, Bolivia, parts of Peru, up around.
Oh wow.
Northern Chile is really dry and hot. In southern Chile, lots of rain in coastal areas, snow up in the mountains. And Rio de Janeiro is going to get a dry season soon. And it's going to get a dry season. Mozambique and Madagascar, La Reunion, and Mauritius Islands. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Gabon, Congo, DR Congo, Uganda. India was so hot. Once it gets past the Nepal, north of Nepal, that's Tibet. It's still really cold in the summertime in Tibet.
Oh.
It's still really cold where monks live. It doesn't get really hot in Tibet, where the monks live, north of Nepal.
So it's gonna rain in Texas, is what you're saying?
Yes, lots of rain and thunderstorms in Texas, like Dallas, Houston, and all those places. Louisiana, they got thunderstorms heading for southeastern USA.
Oh yeah.
He's always right too. Well, you can take anything he just said in this condensed like couple minutes, whatever, and like it'll all be true. Like it's like it's crazy how good he is at this.
Yeah.
And it had some cold weather. It had snow up in northern Ontario, north of Kapuskasing, Ontario. Lots of snow in James Bay and things like this. It's going to bring snow up around northern Labrador and James Bay, Quebec, and all those places. More thunderstorms heading for Oklahoma this Friday coming. It's going to aim towards Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Windsor, Ontario, and all those places. It's going to bring a lot of rain all across, really dry in Nevada, Arizona, California. Lots of rain aiming towards Vancouver next week as well on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada.
Oh no. You know?
Antarctica, 24-hour darkness, Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, McMurdo Station, Palmer Station, all those research stations. The Antarctica is 24-hour darkness right now. Up in the Arctic is 24-hour daylight up in Barrow, Alaska.
Frankie, do you get stressed out knowing fucking international weather? Like, you just told me of all these atrocities that are gonna happen.
It's like it's daylight 24 hours a day up in the North Pole. It's dark 24 hours a day in South Pole as for right now.
Oh man, I feel like I should be freaking out more than than I am.
July the 19th is 200th day of 2026.
Yeah. Well, that was
July
great.
19th is 200th day of this year is July 19th.
That's cool. I didn't know
Oh yeah. All right.
On July 19th. July 19th is 200th day of this year.
that. Nice. Do you have any questions for Jessica, Frank? She's a comedian out of
Hey,
Austin.
Jessica, how is the weather in your area?
Oh, it's actually it's a nice night, but it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. I'm in Austin, Texas, and it says that
Yes,
there's thunderstorms on the forecast, so you're right about that.
Jessica, do you know the comedian Trey Campbell? He first interviewed me in 2017 for Hurricane Harvey. He interviewed me lots of times during the pandemic in 2020. Do you know the comedian Trey Campbell?
Yes, I know Trey. He's great. He's very funny.
I'm friends with him and things like this.
Yeah. Do you know anybody else out here?
Roger Gardner in Katy, Texas, west of Houston. Roger, the Wild Child Show host. He lives in Katy, Texas, west of Houston.
That rules. Yeah, yeah. Trey's great though. Have
That
you ever
means,
been to Have you ever been to Texas?
No, I know Mike Taylor. He used to run a podcast in the last decade, Kerrville, Texas. Mike Taylor.
I know Mike Taylor too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's trans now. It's Michaela Taylor, and that's not a joke. Like, it's being serious.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's Michaela Taylor now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That means, did you? When a copy of my book came out.
Oh yeah.
Be prepared. I know Casey Rocket lives here. He lives in St. Louis right now, I think. And then I know Laser's been on the show too. I think you know Laser too. He's been on the show.
Mm-hmm.
A copy of my book. A copy of my book is released on June 15th, 2018.
Be Prepared by Frankie MacDonald. That was June 15th.
June 15th, 2018. A copy of my book is released by Nimbus Publishing up in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Congrats, bro. It's like the book deals. Get the book deals.
Yeah.
Well, you got any questions for Jessica before we get out, man? I appreciate the weather, and as always, you're always.
That means it's Frank Del Bobbleheads up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in National Bobblehead Hall of Fame.
Are you from Milwaukee?
I'm from Sydney, Nova Scotia. I live in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and my bobbleheads are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're Canadian. Oh, nice. That rules.
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that's where National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. They sell my bobbleheads, and they make Frank and Del bobbleheads there.
Oh, okay.
Out of the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, is that true? That's crazy.
Is that a real thing? Is that like
awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just realized I wasn't successful when he said that. I'm like, wow, I thought I was doing really good until I heard about the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, and I'm not in it. So
do you collect bobbleheads? You look the type, Anthony.
I got Frank and Del bobbleheads in my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
You have your own I would too, though. If I had my own bobblehead, I'd keep it in my house, probably. I don't know where I'd keep it, but I'd keep it in my house for sure. And Brad, by the front door or something, so everybody sees it.
Yeah.
How you doing? Frank, you got any more questions before we get on it? You throw out your promo before we get on it? I'm gonna start.
That means, did you hear about this? Did you find out about my book on Amazon.com?
No, send me the link to your book and I'll read it. I've been reading a lot of books lately.
I can send it to Anthony Rogers.
Okay.
I can send it to his messengers.
That's fine. I can link to it. You can hit her up on Instagram or something. Send her. Where's you?
I gotta send it to Frank. I gotta type in my name.
I know your book. It's Be Prepared. And it's on Amazon. I'll link it to it later.
And I will send it to Anthony Rogers first. Anthony Rogers.
All right, brother. So, Jenny in the comments, how you doing? Frankie has a great map going. Yeah, no, he nailed the entire world, like weather, in like 15 minutes or less. That was impressive. Did he freeze? I guess he froze. Dude, okay, so on your stuff, man, like your videos are so fucking funny, and then like they're already like a funny concept, and then people believing it and getting mad makes it more funny to me. Like just like Like you had this video. Like, let me see if I can pull it up without Frank's back. What up, Frank? Let me see if I can pull this
I
video.
guess I just sent you the link, Anthony.
Yeah, I'll link it to her. I know your book. It's Be Prepared. I'll send it to her after the show or something. Hang on. Let me see. I'm trying to find this video on Instagram. It's hilarious. Like premise wise, so basically, and correct me where I'm wrong. I literally just did my homework today on this video in particular. But like, so basically, you made this like spoof video of like those like addiction videos that were on like A&E back in the day or whatever. And, like,
Mhm.
it being like, I'm addicted to abortions, and like saying you had 56 abortions, and then people believed it as true. Is that true? They
Yeah.
believed it.
Yeah, I legit I even had people coming up to me asking about it, like, "Were you on My Strange Addiction?" And I was like, "No, dude." It's
Anthony, I just sent it to you through Instagram too.
I saw. I'll make sure she gets it. Really.
the thing that I think is funny about it is that like I know how a lot of these like one thing that pisses me off are like these fucking like news influencers, you know what I'm saying, where they'll just like pass along anything. So it's pretty easy to get them to repost shit. And they'll because they want to be the first ones to do it. So they'll fucking share it and then it'll go viral and then everyone tells me to kill myself and it's a good day. You know.
Yeah, they go for clicks instead of like reliability. Like they just want the most clicks instead. They don't care about like if it's
Oh
real.
yeah, they don't care because there's the one that I did with Heath like last year where I was kissing him, and like if you know Heath Cortez, he's like he has a
You said
condition
it
that
was your
makes him
brother,
look like a
right?
kid. Yeah,
You said it's your
yeah,
brother. Oh, do people believe that too, right?
yeah, dude. That went on the World Star Hip Hop website.
That's so crazy, dude. Congrats on that. That's sick, honestly, that they believe it. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. I got your video here, dude. That was so fucking funny. It makes it better when people believe it. Like, it makes the joke even better because the video I'm about to pull up is already fucking hilarious, and so is that premise where you're like, I forgot exactly what you said, but you like kissed him and made it sound like it was your brother, and people were like, you shouldn't do. I read the comments like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That means Jessica, did you get a link yet?
I haven't sent it to her. I'll do it after I get off the shows. I'm pulling up all these things. I'll make sure she gets it, Frank. And if you're looking at home, just saw on Amazon, it's Be Prepared by Frankie MacDonald. Check that out. It talks about his childhood and how he became a weatherman. I'd say the most reliable weatherman, but I'm probably biased. But let me pull up. I'm trying to teach myself how to use a program and pull up this real fast. All right, here we go.
Of it. I
Start it over because it's like
38 and I am addicted to having abortions.
What Jessica is doing is not technically illegal, but it is incredibly concerning.
I just love the feeling of it. I met this guy on Facebook dating. We don't have intercourse. He kind of just does it in a cup, and then I do this method where I lay on my back with an injection tool. It's been a really good relationship because he also pays for it.
To date, I've probably spent a little over $12,000.
If you want to follow me on
I've
social
had
media,
56 abortions so far.
I'll follow you.
And I'm actually going to be 57 here.
Sorry,
if you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD, my link tree is Frankie MacDonald, and my threads is at Frankie MacD 1984. My ex for me Twitter is at Frankie MacD, and my threads is at Frankie MacD 94. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD 94. My TikTok is Frank Don 94. My Clapper is Frank Don 94. My Twitch is Frank Don 94. My Snapchat is Frankie MECD1. My YouTube channel stocks over to my LinkedIn is Frankie MacDonald. Best luck to you. I'm Frankie Don. You're the Anthony Rogers Show every Tuesday nights. Happy Memorial Day to all the listeners to the Anthony Rogers Show.
Thanks, Frank. God bless you, buddy.
Bye, Frank.
His like promo goes to a beat too. Like he'll be like saying all of his stuff and it goes to a beat.
Was he on the same episode with Laser?
Yes, he was on one of the. He's on every Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Laser had no idea what to think of it. You could just tell he was just like completely thrown off. Him and I warn everybody ahead of time because he steamrolls in conversation. So I warn everybody so it's not like rude. And I don't think it clicked with him or Isaac Butterfield and like he's like an Australian comic. I don't think it clicked with him because I think they thought I was like making fun of him or something like to them. Like it was like a rude thing where I pulled Frankie on as like a gag to make fun of like some Eric Andre shit. And I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have told you in the beginning if that's what I was doing. And it's like such a weird. I try like, but he's so good at weather, man, and he's such a good personality. He reminds me of like being a kid, man. He's just like a nice kid, you know.
Did you? I don't think you told me beforehand. Did you?
I thought well, yeah, because we were figuring out your stuff on the phone, and I was like, all right, Frankie's gonna do weather in the first couple minutes, and then like, yeah, I probably didn't. I think I did kind of, but we're trying to figure out this programs are old, and I don't know how computers work, or I am at least. I don't know. You're probably not old, but
That's just so funny because before before I was on and I was just hearing his voice, he's so like commanding, or he's like, just do it on the desktop. I was like, all right, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then you fired it up, and I'm like, oh, that's just him.
no, he'll steamroll people and stuff too. Like older people, I'll have an author on sometimes, and he'll just like say whatever he wants, and like they'll think I'm like being mean or something. I'm like, dude, he's just like in person. He just doesn't understand the social norms. Yeah, like you know what I mean. He has like weather is up here, and then social norms are like down here, and it's it's like where I'm like probably the opposite. Like I can't tell you anything about the weather.
Yeah, you
It
gotta
is
be
weird.
like, hey, severely autistic weatherman, fucking Frankie's gonna come.
You're a comedian, though. I mean, I feel like comedians and artists are used to working with all kinds of people, and I think that's what you know. What I mean, it's the same thing with like Frank's he's just a genius. Like, you have to figure out working with him. He literally is never wrong about the weather. Like I've never been able to say that about anyone. Like they're
Yeah.
never wrong about one subject. I mean, he's just a genius, man. But back to the interview. Back to you. But dude, your work is so hilarious, and my mom would be pissed if I told her. No, dude, these videos are so funny. Like that abortion one we pulled up briefly, and Frank started doing promo through it, which makes me laugh also. But it was such a good video. And then like so you're saying people around you thought that was real too, like people that knew you actually thought that was real.
Yeah, yeah.
56
Yeah.
abortions, they thought that was real.
Yeah, people that were acquaintances and stuff. So it's I don't know. It's been a real mixed reaction, and it took a minute for it to pop off because it was just I was just like, come on, this should be my fucking bare legs are in the air, insinuating that I'm shoving a turkey baster in myself. So it was like a slow burn for a while. It was a lot of embarrassment there, but yeah, I've had people come up to me and ask me about it.
Is that embarrassing, or like you don't think it's just funny? Are you get embarrassed like when people think that?
I get embarrassed when just stuff doesn't do well. Stuff that you know what I mean? Like that stuff that you put a lot of time and effort into and like this is such a good fucking idea and then you put it out there and then you're just waiting for it to fucking pop off. But I'm glad that I did. If you're gonna do stuff like that, you better make a big impact.
No, I'd say no. And I think it's hilarious. I love the troll aspect of it, and like I love that.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I think it became funnier when people believed it. Like it was already
Yeah.
fun. Like the premise is already great. It reminds me of like Whitest Kids You Know or something like that. Like one of those skits like Trevor would do or something like. But I mean, just in the subgenre, it reminds me of. But dude,
Yeah.
people believing it made it like another joke. Like it just, I mean, it's like it made it like another like when people believe something that like if you would have said like 4 or 5 or 7 abortions, it seems, but 56 abortions sounds so fucking demonic and crazy. Like that,
Right.
like that. I couldn't imagine somebody doing that and admitting it. You know.
And then admitting it, when we were kind of writing it out. All I know is all I had when I went in there was I'm addicted to abortions, and so we started interview style, and then it's like Eli, who I brought in there, he didn't really know the premise of it. I said we're going to interview you. You pay me to donate seeds so I can get abortions. He's like, what? I was like, and action. So I was like, and a lot of times, a lot of the process is just it's so fun to just kind of everybody just mesh ideas and then putting it together, you know.
No, that's great. And you're around a lot of funny people too, and your feed's hilarious. I just tore through there today just doing homework, so I knew what I was talking about. And like, I mean, so many just good videos, and I liked them before. That's why originally reached out because they're funny. But I just like
Yeah.
kind of just doubled down on today, just going through the entire catalog. Like it was just me and your mom that saw all of them. You know, it's like me and a close family member are the only people that went through your entire Instagram probably. And like just today, and I mean, you have such a good. I mean, you're good at roast too. I mean, you have like a good sense of humor. And from my understanding, and correct where I'm wrong, you were a hairstylist, then you like kind of blew up online and went into comedy, or are you still doing hair and comedy, or
Yeah,
like
I
what's
I do it I do it a few days a week and you know, because I have to
awesome?
yeah, it's nice, dude, because most of the time I just spend most of my days at the house, but I do work at the salon a couple days a week, yeah.
Yeah, you just do that because well, Austin's expensive. Do you have to do that because Austin's expensive, or are you just doing it because like you fucking just to stay normal, not lose your fucking mind?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, to be honest with you, because it's like I make money from doing content and from doing comedy and stuff. I should, you know, of course, you could always feel like you're doing more, but it's just yeah. So I can just have an excuse to leave the house. Otherwise, I'm just pacing in my house like a fucking psycho all day. You know what I mean?
No, I do know. I'm probably the only person that knows what I mean. Yeah, I live in a building. I never leave my building, like unless I have to have a show, like or
Yeah.
something. But no, I get that. I like that to a degree, but like it's one of those like complaints that most people can't understand probably because most people are like working. I feel guilty about having that almost because I feel like I almost feel like my life review is going to be like sitting here showing people how much time I wasted with reels and like
Oh,
basically. And I'm just like, oh my god, and like how easy it is. Like when I order food or something, I'm like, I ordered food off like YouTube money. Like this guy basically picked up food for me, drove it to me for like $8 off like for me just copy pasting videos on the internet. And I like think about how dumb my contribution to society is, and how like that guy should be making way more money than me. He's actually like in the real world doing something, and then it makes you almost like feel guilty. Just like you're like, why am I rewarded? You know what I mean? Like for like copy pasting the longest. You know what I mean? Is that like the accomplishment? I guess like I don't know like. Because like comedians, like we're not special or anything, or really, but like it's people think that for some reason. They like, do you think it was hard to get to talk into a microphone? Like everyone always says that to me. Like I don't know how you talked into a microphone for 30 minutes for your job. Like is that
yeah.
hard for you? I'm not trying to be condescending. Is that? But is that? Do you find that difficult? A lot of people do for some reason.
Oh yeah, I would say 30 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes. I'm even uncomfortable doing it. Like when I headline, I'll do 30 minutes. I feel weird talking at people for an hour. And I
Yeah.
know I know that's what some people do, but I'm like, no, dude, I'd rather bring two other comics, two of my buddies with and let them throw them up and give them 15, 20, and then we all just have a good time. Sure, I'll do a half hour, but for, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, I guess to that extent, but talking in a microphone in general, yeah. Yeah, it does take a lot. It takes a lot of getting used to. Like even me doing this for 8 years, there's some days, some nights where I go up and I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. You know?
That is the yeah, I can see that. I just remember being on like a plane to Hawaii, and I'm terrified to fly. And the lady next to me, like we're like landing and all hitting all this turbulence and all this crazy shit on this tiny fucking island, and like it looks this big like out of the window and shit. I'm like landing on this, and she goes, "I don't know how you do comedy." And I'm like trying not to have a fucking panic attack on tequila, like fucking like flying over the ocean. Like I'm terrified to fly. They're terrified of talking to a microphone. Like it makes
Dude,
no sense.
I did. I just got back from New York. I just did a roast battle up in New York, and I was at the airport, and I'm thinking, man, I've never like dealt with anybody like I've never dealt with like a scare on an airplane. I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I get on the plane and I'm like watching the fucking documentary of We Are the World and that song from the fucking 1985. And next thing I know, I hear screaming, and this guy's like, get off me, I'll fucking do it. And he was trying to open the emergency doors, and I just like look back and
Oh
I
my
saw like
god.
10 people like stumble down there, and they all tackle him and hold him down. And like we're mid flight, we're in the middle of the goddamn air.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was terrified. I was terrified.
I can't even fly sober. I have to shoot like 4 shots of tequila in the lobby. Like, I fucking
Yeah.
can't even. I can't even fucking do that shit. Like I couldn't imagine somebody trying to kill me while I'm on a plane. Like not the second 9/11 happening in front of you, or a failed 9/11 happening in front of you. It's like fucking crazy. Like I just no. I'm glad people tackled it, but it's fucking insane. It's insane
Yeah.
just to be in the air because I'm just like I think most people are stupid, and like including myself. I'm not like being like a higher thing. And then like they're like flying me in a tin can over like the mountains and shit. I'm just like fucking. I do it, but I hate it. You know.
Yeah. I understand how that guy feels, but at the same time, hey, don't fucking do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, kill yourself in a less dramatic way, I don't have to deal with it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
don't
I mean, like
bring me into it. I don't want to be fucking flight passenger fucking 32, man. Come on.
that's where you hope you're the most famous person on the flight so you get named.
At least like give me a fucking lifetime movie out of it. You know what I mean? No, if I want to
It's like
I want to die, dude. It's got to be like heroic or something. This is what I think about. Like the older that I get, I think about like ways I'm gonna die because it's like, hey, it's not like I'm halfway there, you know. And
I'm
so
halfway there.
I have a big fear of dying in a dumb way. You know what I'm saying? Of like
Yeah.
where it's completely your fault, or they're like, well, yeah, that's what fucking happens when you do that, you idiot. You know?
Yeah, that would suck. Yeah, no, that would definitely suck.
And I think about it more than I probably should too.
I think you're ballsy for one of your clips you put up too. Like you fell off stage and then you put it online. I think like I like loved almost like you had the entire audience's empathy because like no one laughed. Like during the clip, like you fall. If I would have fell, everyone would have laughed. I feel like if I would have fell somewhere, but somehow you had like the crowd's empathy to where like they're just like, oh, is she okay? Like the vibe was like, is she okay? Versus like laughing. And then
Yeah.
you posted it, which takes balls, bro. I mean, that's crazy to post. Like people wouldn't be seen in some perfect limelight most of the time, and to post like something like that's ballsy, in my opinion.
I think it's more I think it's more fun to show like the kind of shit that happens when I perform rather than just posting my jokes. Like my jokes are good. Sure, I've been doing it for however long and I practice, but I also think like I'm gonna give you the vibe of what it's like of when you see me perform. I think that's fun. It's like I feel like people scroll jokes. Very rarely do I sit there and I listen to a joke unless it's a comic I know really well.
Yeah, they have to
So
get you in the first sentence, otherwise you're just like next.
yeah. Yeah, if I don't like the premise, I'm just gonna scroll. But if you see my ass fucking fall off stage, you see somebody eat somebody's chicken wings out of their basket, I'd watch the end of the video. So to me, that's fun.
No, your videos are very funny. Like, and I thought those just ballsy, like putting like most people would never put their mistakes on social media. I think it's ballsy to do that. And it
Yeah.
wasn't, and like I was with the crowd almost. I'm like, is she okay? Like it was like I feel like if anyone else falled ever, I would laugh. But I'm like, but you hear like the crowd like, oh, and I'm like, is she okay? Like I'm like, damn. And then you talk about it like it's normal, and it's just like, and it was just like I think it's like most people aren't brave enough to ever be seen in an unpopular light or in a quote unquote like flawed situation or whatever. I'd call it normal situation, but like we've made it seem exaggerated. But I think it's no,
Yeah.
I think it's ballsy to do that really, and like kind of funny in punk rock too, because like most people just only want the edits, they want the mastered copies and shit,
Yeah, with the fucking laughs and everything in there, and just like I don't know, I what you know what's really hard was hardest about that was because it took like I want to say at least 5 minutes to bring him back because I just went on stage and I was like, yeah, so anyways, blah 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 blah. And like I was trying to they I my humor is extremely dry. And so when I'm up there and I'm just trying to like just plow through it, it took 5 minutes to come back from it because I would tell a punchline and they were like, and I'm like, dude, it's fine. I wasn't even hurt. Like I fell on my back. It's fine. It honestly, yeah, I was okay. It was just funny to me because they were all I was the front row is like a row of like soldiers, you know what I mean? Like military people. And so I fell and they got and like, are you okay? Are you okay? Does your back hurt? I'm like, dude, get the like it's fine. I don't know. Yeah. And then they didn't want to laugh after that. So it took me a minute, but I eventually got him back.
That's kind of funny. They don't want to laugh. Like the concept of that as a performance is kind like, correct me if I'm wrong. So you basically fell like while you're talking, and then you just got back up and went back into comedy. Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
yeah. I'm like, what else am I gonna do?
It's so
Yeah.
funny. That's fucking hilarious. And kind of
Yeah.
ballsy to even because most people would never post. I love that you just even posted it. Honestly, that's like cool and real, man. People have That's probably things you're like authentic to yourself. That's
Yeah.
probably works more because people are
Yeah.
put on an act most of the time. But that shit's funny. Like you the concept of you getting back up and just doing comedy after falling is hilarious to me. Like that's like a funny. That's funny to me.
I think I want to post like there's like a longer version where I tell a joke and then it bombs and I was like, is it because I fell? And then everyone started laughing.
Dude, that's a great clip. That's
I think
fucking
I'm
great.
gonna do it because
That's great, man. Like, I love that idea, dude. And it's just ballsy to do. Everybody wants to be like, look at my theater and like my name's on it. I'm doing so great. And like, look at my sports
yeah.
car. And you're just like, this is life. This happens. It was like, dude, fucking like shit happens all the time that we don't talk about. We just only have the highlight reels, And it's like it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's why it's like I tell comics like record all your sets. You never know what you're gonna do. You might have like a funny thing happen, like falling off stage or fucking embarrassing yourself, and just post it because that's to me that's hilarious. Everybody's doing stand up. Everybody and their fucking dead dad's doing stand up now. So it's like just have fun with it, man.
Speaking of everybody and their dead dad, like I had Greg Giraldo Jr. on, and that kid is funny as fuck too. I think
Yeah,
he's only been doing comedy for a second. He's so like, there's so many people like if nepotism works for him, I almost want it to because he's funny.
yeah,
Like,
down to the heroin addiction.
just like, do the whole thing, yeah. Do the whole prove it, prove you're like your dad. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. He's
No,
like a very clean cut version of his dad. He kind of looks like a young Frank Sinatra a little bit. I actually just met him when I was up there. He did the
okay.
roast battle too, and he's such a nice kid. And
No, he's like charming. He reminds me of a young Norm. Like he seems like a
oh
young Norm
yeah,
Macdonald. And
Yeah.
like he told me that he looks his face looks like he just saw tits for the first time. He's always smiling. And like and that like sums up his demeanor. He just has that like dopey smile the whole time he talks, like in a good way. I'm not making fun of him in a good way. But
Yeah. No, he does.
he just has that smile like he was funny though, man, too. Like, well, I've been lucky. I mean, you're hilarious too. I've been lucky the last couple weeks getting these like fucking heavy hitter comedy gigs,
Yeah.
man. Like just in general, man. Like,
Yeah,
like
you know what I like? You know what I like about Greg? I like that he literally just does front facing shit, and he just does a joke. Like he'll just do a full setup thing, tag, 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 like, and it's very New York, and that's what I like about the New York comedy scene is they're very structured, and I respect that so much.
you came from the Chicago comedy scene originally.
Yep.
How
Yeah.
long were you doing comedy out there before you moved to Austin?
I was doing comedy there like 6 or 7 years, and then I came down here. So I got here last 2 Mays ago. So yeah, I'll almost be here about 2 years because I moved down here May of like 2024, and yeah, but yeah, I've been in Chicago. I was working on a lot up there, but for the most part, what I like doing is every few months I'll just book myself like stuff on the road, and I'd rather just do that because. I don't know. I like doing stuff by myself. I don't like fucking going out and talking to a bunch of people that I saw yesterday over and over again. Comedy starts feeling a lot like Groundhog Day. So
Huh.
I just like doing my own thing.
No, that's the best for sure. Like, no, Chicago, and New York have very similar scenes. I think it's just a bunch of there's so many mics and stuff to do, and
Yeah.
then like Austin. I've only been to Austin one time, but everybody like seemed like rich or homeless. There's like no middle. Like I'd be hanging out with somebody, and I find out they lived on like under a bridge. Like, they slept like on the grass for like 3 days or some shit. I'm like I fucking been hanging out with a homeless person for like a week in Austin. I didn't even know that. You know, it's I don't mean that in a mean way. It's different. It's just like different culturally than where I'm at. You know.
Yeah, they believe like it's part of the process. And honestly, when I got here, I lived in my car for a few months too because I don't know. I was just trying to figure some stuff out, but it was work. I don't know. It's you just kind of do what you got to do when you come down here, and there's like almost this curse that I've heard from several people is like they moved to Austin and their lives fall apart. And
Oh, I
when
can
I
see
got
that.
yeah, so like when I moved down here, my fucking car broke down, and then they had trouble transferring my hair license, so I couldn't work anywhere, and
Oh,
I wasn't monetized yet, so I was literally fucking broke, and doing food stamps and all that shit. So
how
it
old
took me a
old are you
good
again?
38.
30. Okay, we're about the same age. I'm
Hmm.
39. I
Hmm.
was being nosy, trying to gauge the age aspect. Yeah, no, that's yeah, no, it's crazy. Like Austin to me seemed weird. I mean, you benefited from it. I think Kill Tony probably benefited you, and that was good for you, I think. But like when I see a lot of these people, man, they seem like I don't want to be mean, but they seem like fucking delusional, like LA used to be. Like they're like, I'm gonna be so famous. Like tonight, I'm gonna get picked, and I'm gonna be so fucking famous. And all this. I'm like, man, but you need some of that to be successful. Though, so it's like I don't want to knock it because that fucking delusion gets you there though sometimes. But but a lot of these guys, I'm like, I just felt bad for. I'm in a broker city. Like I think like St. Louis is like a broker town, but I'm like doing better than when I'm out there. I'm just like, man, so your business plan is be homeless and do open mics. I'm like, what the
Hmm.
fuck? Like to me, that's crazy. But I mean, it's work. I mean, fucking a lot of people benefit from that. I think Casey Rocket was like that too. I think a lot of those guys were like I mean, so I mean, it makes sense. When it works, it works. I guess. I mean, you don't have to. It's like I don't know. I just if I was 20 or something, I'd have the balls to do that. But like right now, man, I just live in a tower. I don't even want to live. I don't even want to go outside, let alone sleep out there. You know what I mean?
I
It's
know.
just like I like look out there, I'm like, oh yeah, people are like this big. That's how I like them. You know, like fucking
Yeah,
like this.
right.
I have my
I
own-
finally have my own apartment after being here. I've just got my own apartment like in September. So I've been essentially staying with people from place to place, paying rent for somebody, and then, doing all that. So I finally got my own place. I'm like, I don't want to fucking leave, man. It's like I'm doing stand up even less. Like I'm finding ways that I can like be creative from my house. I started picking up painting and stuff. I'm writing a fucking book and all that, and it's
That's awesome.
yeah,
I
it's
saw some of your
honestly
videos.
fun.
Some of your videos on your Instagram went through like some of your paintings. I think you went back to your childhood home or something like that, and we're pulling up paintings. Those
Hmm.
are fucking cool. I like the skull with all the like the stuff outside. I like the black. It was like a black and white painting, black background, white skull with like a bunch of like flowers and stuff. I would say I like that was cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That and I ended up selling that, which was nice. It's I got some more. I just haven't. I don't know. I have to like really be in the mood to paint. I'm not that. And I'm not like a person that can visual like that can fucking come up with fantasy stuff and just draw from whatever. I need like I'm very like I love landscapes and shit like that. That's been my thing. And then I'll finish it, and then I would just fucking sell it for like $100, which has been great.
Fucking
So
awesome. That's super
yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
Austin's an interesting town, man. Like, yeah. I mean, and what I'm making fun of worked for you. I worked for you in the aspect of I'm not really making fun of like what I'm bringing like white to worked for you in the aspect of like I mean, if you're down there to risk everything for, I mean, the risk takers make all the like benefit. How do I say this? The risk takers take all the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like the people willing to risk things. Like you, I mean, you going from Chicago to Austin. Did you know people when you went to Austin? Did you just go there
Um,
blind?
not really. I had people that I met.
Ballsy.
I visited one time, and so I made a couple of connections, so I wasn't completely alone. But for the most part, I knew Laser. I was doing spots for Laser when he would come up in Chicago, and then there's a guy Jason Vest. I knew him from Chicago, and he came
I
down.
love Jason. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he
He's so
came.
fucking funny.
And he came down probably about maybe half a year before I did. So when I came down, I was staying with him, and then I stayed with Laser for a while, and then I was like, I need to get my own place. So I stayed in my car until I saved up enough money for a deposit for an apartment, and then here we go. Now I got this fucking thing. I got this dog that I got on Craigslist.
Aw. That's adorable for sure. That's adorable. I want a dog. My apartment won't let me have a dog. I want one though, but
They
that's
just
awesome.
don't. They don't allow pets at all.
They allow cats, but not dogs. The previous guy that built this place, well, he just there's nowhere really. Supposedly, there's nowhere to walk dogs around here, but I would just take them to there's plenty of places. The people are lazy or something.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I want to get a dog. I'll get a dog once I get to the next place probably. But dude,
Yeah.
so no, I didn't know you know Jason. Jason was on a podcast about a year or so ago, and he was just one of the naturally funniest dudes I've ever met. Probably I met him in person briefly. He's way shorter than I thought he was.
Yeah,
Like
he's
when
like
I met,
5'4" or something.
I met him in person. I'm like, you're a fucking midget, Jason. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have associated with you. And I'm just
Well,
joking. But,
how tall are you? You look like you probably fucking look like you're 6'4", like
I
an
wish.
awkward height.
I fucking wish I was 6'4". I'm 6'2" or 3, something like that. 6'2" or 3.
Yeah, yeah, you're like a weird height. You know what I mean? There's 6 foot, 6'1", but once you start getting into like, yeah, I'm 6'4", like that's a strange height to tell someone.
Yeah, I look tall compared to everybody but Young Gravy. He was like 6'7" when I met him. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know he was that tall. I have a
Young
picture
Gravy
next
is
to him.
6'7".
Yeah, dude. And I have a picture next to him when he came to town and he's so much fucking taller than me. It's just so absurd because I'm taller than most people I know. How tall are you?
5'7".
5'7". That's normal for a girl probably, but I feel
Yeah,
like yeah, but I feel like I'm taller than most people. So when someone's taller than me, it's weird. It's weird for me.
yeah,
Because like
yeah.
he was like hella big. Like Lazy's probably the most funny guy naturally. Like just like naturally, he's always on or something. I don't fucking. I've never seen him like off, even when he's off, he's funny. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even when he's not focused, he's like one of the most naturally funny people. Like he's like a
Oh
pro
yeah.
wrestler.
Yeah, one of yeah, no, his personality is definitely it was challenging to live with. That's that you know what I mean? There's always just a different prostitute at the house. And
Is he
like
always on though? Is he like always just on? Like I don't know him as well as someone that lived with him, but he just seems like he never turns it off. Like he just never like says
he
a comment.
does. He
Oh,
does
okay,
right. Yeah, and he's a the thing that I'll say is like Laser's a lot deeper than people think he is, and he's very smart.
you'd
You
have to
know,
be to do
so
it.
so he turns that notch up from, you know, usually he functions his resting fucking rate is like a fucking 8 out of 10. And so he'll crank it up to an 11 when he's out in public and when he's on TV and stuff. He's just naturally been good like that, and he likes the attention and shit like that. But yeah, he can surprise you with his personality, you know.
No, he
He,
seems sweet. I mean, you do too. I mean, you don't have to be smart to get where either one of you guys are at. You know what I mean? You couldn't be where you. I mean, you're in a game that everybody wants to be in. I feel like I got into podcasting comedy before everyone wanted to do it. Like now it's like everyone wants to be like a fucking comedian or everyone wants to be. So we're in a genre or field where everyone thinks they want to do it. So I mean, to
yeah.
get where you're at or Laser's at or anybody's at, really, I mean that we're discussing. I mean, you have to be intelligent. I mean, you can't be a fucking moron. I mean, you could play a moron or something, but you can't fucking
Yeah.
actually be. You get eaten alive in this world, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and you need street smarts, and that's that my thing is I'm not a very good social climber. I'm the type of person to burn a bridge with myself on it. So
You seem real as well, like you seem like just yourself. I like
Yeah.
often. You don't seem like you're faking it to me or anything like that. And I barely know you, but I mean, if it's the first time I had a Zoom call, with you, like a job interview or something, it's like, we're in a job interview level of knowing each other. But I'm just saying, like, but I feel like you just seem authentic, and I think that's what kind of your thing. Because, like, I
Mhm.
mean, like that's in my opinion, that's art. I mean, whoever's themselves the best usually benefit. And like, and you seem naturally funny too. I mean, you said a couple things just in passing that are funny, and then like your clips are fucking hilarious and stuff too. And did you blow up in those Kill Tony too? Then is that how you rose up too?
No, I did kill Tony one time and it was fine, but
Right.
during that time my fucking account was like muted because I just all the fucking hate speech I've been posting there. I went through a real thing where I was like, fuck all this. I was like, Jew, 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 you know, and doing all that kind of stuff. And then they fucking they like lopped me with a bunch of infractions or infractures or violations, and so then they weren't showing my account to anybody. So I did really well on there, but nobody could find me because they were hiding my name and all that kind of stuff. And I got suspended a bunch, and it was tough, dude. It was 6 months.
Yeah, like Jewish people can't handle criticism at all.
Isn't
Like it's
that
just like
crazy?
no, it's completely crazy to ban criticism. I do like a bunch to black mics too, and I'll tell these comics, I'm like, you can't just like be like, I'm black, I'm a victim, and you can't make fun of me. Like that's insane. You know, it's
It's
something like the
crazy.
Jewish mics too. It's like, I don't know any Jewish mics, but I mean, Jewish people tend to be the same way. They'll just be like, an all Jewish mic would be crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
But no, they seem like they're like, oh, that's anti-Semitic. I'm like that's just like a word for like you're too much of a bitch to handle criticism. Like basically, like, in my opinion, like let's say if someone was like in like middle school, like, hey, you fat faggot. I'm like, hey, you can't say fat or faggot. Actually, those words are banned and they're illegal, and it's now contraband. Now you're actually a terrorist for calling me a fat faggot. You know, it's like what a fucking insane. Like I just feel like banning criticism is insane. That's why I make fun. I only make
Yeah.
racist jokes because they try to ban them. That's how I feel.
Yeah. The only reason I did it was because of how much it
Because I don't
upset
even care about
everybody
Franco.
else.
I'm right. Yeah. And then, like and that's like the fun of it is like I want to make fun of everybody who told me not to. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, what are you gonna do, man? I think plus Jew jokes are funny. I think the fact that it upsets them so much. Did you know like here's the thing, here's the caveat to that though. I can't I've like made fun of everything. I have one where I have like a stream of videos where I'm talking about Muslims, black people, gay, I even make fun of blind and deaf people. But the moment I do something about Jewish people, oh, that gets muted. You get a violation. Like what the fuck are we talking about? I don't know, man. It's all dumb.
No, it's so dumb. I remember when like Kanye went after him,
Oh.
and Kanye's like, Jews run the banks and the media, and they're like, no, we don't. And they deleted his bank account and like kicked him off media. And I'm just like, you just like proved his point. Like, holy shit! Like, you know, it's like it's so. I couldn't imagine being that sensitive as a person. That would have never lasted in my house at all. My mom would have just eaten me alive if I tried to hide behind some shit like that. You know, if I was like, Mom, you can't make fun of me because that's anti-Semitic. You know, I mean, she just would have fucking killed. Like, that would have never happened in my house. Like, I had to keep it with my mom. Like, she was like the funniest person I ever met. I had to
Yeah.
keep it with her.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Like yeah, we grew up in our house, dude. We grew up with like South Park. My dad would let us watch like the craziest shit. Like I think one of the earliest movies that I've ever seen. Have you ever seen the movie Porky's?
Yeah, yeah, actually.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's like a 70s or 80s thing.
Yeah, dude. My dad would let us watch it. We were like fucking 10 years old. And so I remember one time he told us like a dick joke. Do you know the do you know like your first joke that you like remembered?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
So the first joke my dad ever told me was the one about Tonto and the Lone Ranger, how they're up in the fucking hills, and then the Lone Ranger goes to take a piss, and a snake comes and bites him on the head of his dick, and he's writhing on the ground, and he's telling Tonto, he's like, "Go to town, go get a doctor." So Tonto goes to town, he goes to the doctor. He says, help, my friend got bit by a snake. And they said, well, if he gets bit by a snake, just you got to put your mouth on it and you got to suck the venom out and, until all the venom's out. He's like, okay. So then he goes back up to the hill and Lone Ranger's in pain. And he's like, what do we do? And he said, I'm sorry, you're going to die. And I took that joke to school in the second or third grade. And,
Third grade.
Yeah, too. Yeah. In the third grade, I told that joke at school and I got in trouble. I got in trouble with it, and they had to bring my dad in and everything, and he got mad at me. You know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah, I got it from you." He's like, "No, the fuck you didn't." So threw me under the bus.
That's funny, dude. My
Yeah.
first joke, I probably didn't even understand. Like my grandpa was like a funny guy, but I was like a kid. He goes, you know what? What? He said brassiere. I didn't know what a brassiere was. I didn't know what a bra was. I guess I didn't know what he called it brassiere or something like that. He's older. Like, you know what a yeah, I'm saying it wrong because I'm a fucking idiot. But he was like, do you know what they call a brassiere in Germany? And I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck a brassiere was. I was just like, what? And he goes, stops them from flopping. He like this a very animated joke, and he's like this old man doing it. It was like imagine like a 70-year-old doing that instead of me, and it made it way funnier. This old man doing it, and I still didn't even know what the fuck he was saying until like 10 years later, probably.
You're
Like I
like,
didn't understand. Yeah, I was just like, it was just he was just animated, so it was still funny, but I had no fucking clue what he's even talking about. And we got some people asking you questions in the comments. Well, this is a statement. We love Jessica. She's social media's stepmom. Much love. That's what someone said in the comments. I don't know what that means, but they called you such
social
things.
media stepmom.
I don't know what that means. Sounds like I don't know what that means, but my in the comments goes, is the Austin comedy scene as competitive as it looks? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it is. It's very competitive. You have one thing that I'll tell people that do stand up that want to come down here is like make sure you have a social media following and you have a connection when you come down here, because I've seen so many comics come down here and just leave after a couple months because it is competitive. They put up people that want to work and you have to be out every day, and it can be very overstimulating. So, and it's very cutthroat, but I feel like a lot of industries are like that. Um, yeah, it could be it's very, it could be snaky, it could be a lot of shitty people, but yeah, it is competitive.
No, it makes sense. It's a capital. I mean, it's a capital of entertainment. It makes sense. So yeah, no, I've only been to Austin like one time. It seemed all right though. The food's good. You know, I'm fat, so that's what I'm about. I'm just like I fucking just eat everything everywhere. This is someone saying it's the golden age of comedy. I mean, I can see that coming back. I mean, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, you think comedy's back, or you think it's still kind of like on life support, or what are your
Um, I think it's oversaturated, and I think that
That's true.
here's the gripe that I have about with it is the it's a social media is a blessing and a curse, and what happens is anybody can upload a video and make a career out of it. And it has happened. It has happened with people that don't even do stand up, but they're funny on the internet and they get booked on tours and they go up and they bomb for an hour just telling stories thinking that they're funny, and they can't, making content and stand up are two very different art forms. You can be very good at one and suffer at the other. And that's why there's so many like good comics, good deserving hardworking comics that you're never going to hear of. Um, because they don't know how to figure out social media. They don't think like that. They don't like A lot of us don't like being perceived. I don't like being perceived. I don't particularly like it myself. I just do it because I know it's necessary. Um, but Jews.
Dude, no, I think I'm too old for social media if it didn't benefit me. Like, if it wasn't like like I'd probably work in a factory or some shit. I have like no education, so it's like or I probably wouldn't even be able to get hired at a factory. But I'm saying like social media, like I hate that I stare at my phone as much as I do, like you said. Or I think you implied that it's like a double-edged sword type. I forgot what you said exactly, something like that. But what I got out of that is like
Yeah.
basically like I hate that I stare at my phone that much, but I love that I don't have to have a job. You know what I mean? It's like that
Mhm.
whole fucking it's a dumb. I don't even want to use technology at all. I know how much I'm monitored. I mean, this is a camera, microphone, GPS system that I just
Right.
fucking pay to stare at. It's like I pay to be like monitored. Like I'm an idiot. I'm that dumb that I like paid like a lot of money to be monitored. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
isn't that nuts? And I gotta get the new one, because this doesn't work after the update. That's crazy how it works.
well, they got me because it's orange. That's how dumb of a consumer I am. They're like, well, the new one's orange. I'm like, well, that's my favorite color, so I have to buy one now. It's like I love orange. It's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
colors. That's how fucking stupid of a consumer I am. And I know
Oh
like some
yeah, dude.
child like stapled to the floor that made this, and like it has, he hasn't fucking left in like 6 years, just stapled to the fucking floor, making my fucking iPhone I don't even appreciate. And then like it's just, the world's fucked up. It's like it's fucked up. I looked
It
outside these
is.
windows sometimes. It's fucked up out there. It's like
Oh, but to piggyback off of that, because I got pretty stoned and sometimes I'll ramble and I'll forget what I'm talking about. But are we in the golden age of comedy? No. I feel like there needs to be a big pop The bubble needs to pop. The Kill Tony bubble needs to pop. The social media bubble needs to pop to where these clubs kind of learn to not just book people because of their views and because of their following and things like that. Because you're making a lot of careers out of people that haven't worked. So, that's why you haven't had anybody like a George Carlin in a long time. Like the closest thing that we have is Louis C.K. and they fucking canceled him over stupid shit.
For
You know,
jerking off.
for jerking off. He asked first. Shut up.
Yeah, it's
But
consensual. It's weird, but it's consensual. It's not illegal and it's not predatory. I don't feel like,
no,
I like
what happens is you get these female comics that don't get what they want out of somebody. So they throw an accusation or they say discomfort for some reason equals rape in a lot of their heads.
oh my
And
God.
that's a whole other fucking conversation that I will have about that. But the comedy itself is really suffering right now because everybody's attention span sucks because everybody's glued to their phone. So you have 3 seconds to tell a fucking joke to even get their attention to stay for the punch to get to the punchline. And so comics, instead of working on a good structured joke, they're thinking of what can I now, now, now. So they're writing topical because they want to go viral, but topical jokes, as you know, have a shelf life, right? So they're talking about like, here's a joke about Erica Kirk. Are you gonna? I'm like, I don't write topical because I'm not gonna talk about Erica Kirk in 5 fucking years. You know what
No
I'm
one will.
saying?
No one will, yeah.
So you're unfortunately you're not going to see any comedy greats for a while. May and I you know what, and to push back on that, you just have to find them because those comics aren't going to be on social media.
Yeah, I know. Dave Chappelle doesn't even have a Twitter or any social media. I mean, and that's, you're kind of right. The funniest people just think it's bullshit. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a necessary evil. I get, yeah, no, it's, you said a lot of stuff that I could see that. I could see what you're saying. I don't know how to take it. I don't know where we're at. I don't know where the talented people are at. I think a lot of people are just scared to fucking say anything for 10 years so that they can keep their job and not fucking starve on the street. And I think we're
That's
getting
what
out
I'm
of that.
saying.
Yeah, I think we're getting out of that now. I mean, like, I felt like my job until recently, I'd say this year's a little different than the last couple years, but I'd say from like 2020 to like last year, you could just say like faggot and retard and people would give you money. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
faggot and retard. That's my premise. My premise is faggot and retard and fucking, and then you're just like, that's how easy it was because the censorship backlash of like 2014 to 2020, somewhere in there, like of all that like cancel culture, like I couldn't imagine like this. I never understood the cancel culture thing. It was just like, it's like you disagree with someone, so you want them to starve to death. That's fucking insane. It's like I don't agree with anybody. Like it's like I
Yeah.
think, it's like, and my opinions are subject to change, like they should be in an intelligent person. I just like all these people are caught up in like fucking old propaganda, like yelling at me for
Yeah.
like 2020 propaganda and shit. I'm just like I don't fucking understand it. I mean, I thought everybody thought that like both sides politically were fucking retarded. I thought we already knew that. I thought we just knew both sides were fucking retarded.
I made a video that simply said, I don't care what happens between Israel and Palestine. I just want everyone to shut the fuck up.
Great point. Solid point.
That's literally all I said. Hey, I don't care about either of them. I had people calling my job trying to get me fired because of that.
That's insane. It's like I like that. That's just like that's like no. None of these people act like they're of their religion. By the way, too. Like not
No.
one religious person acts like they're of their religion with the criticism. Now I'm Christian and it annoys me because like every religion says not to. I mean, I'm against war. I'm against all that shit. I don't know why we're wrapped up in this at all. And I think your point summed it up. I think you're fucking like I know that was like to you it probably seemed like lazy or nothing, but like that needs to be said though because like society's so fucking ridiculous that like we shouldn't care about this like holy war that we have nothing to do with. It's like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, man. They must have that much oil, I guess. I don't know. I can't really see what the fuck's going on or what the point is. I would never get involved with that. It seems like cheap bait. Like
We're
falling
not,
for like
and,
cheap World War III
yeah, and
bait.
we're not supposed to know about this shit. It's like without social media, I wouldn't know what the fuck is happening in Iran. We wouldn't even know about all these ties that we have to Israel or all this other shit. And it's like at the end of the day, what are you going to do about these things that you care about? Nothing. You're going to do nothing except sit your fat genderless ass on the internet and fucking harass people online because God forbid my bills are too fucking high than to care about some fucking Arabs in the Middle East. Like I don't care. I don't. And here's the
Yeah.
thing. It's fine not to care. I don't want them. Do I want them to suffer? No, but also I got to keep my lights on. So I can't sit on the internet and fucking talk about what's going on in goddamn Uganda or who else is fucking starving or whatever. Anyway, how's your day going?
Not relatable as fuck though. I mean, I agree with everything you fucking like. I agree. I know you're joking, but I agree with all that. It's like I don't give a fuck about any of that shit, man. I don't give a fuck about anything about that at all. I just want
Yeah.
to eat good food and fucking like laugh really and like smoke weed all the time. That's all I really want to do.
And
I
here's the thing,
can,
that's fine. That's what you should be doing because life is too short to be sitting there fucking constantly worrying about places you're never even gonna visit, dude. I don't have that much empathy in me, dude. You
yeah. It's
know?
like what do you know? It's like what do you think about Ukraine? I'm like I don't. I have a rooftop pool.
I don't even know
I
what
don't.
the fuck that is.
Yeah. I know it's guys wouldn't give a fuck. It's like I don't care. Like it's not going to benefit me or you or anybody else in the country. It only benefits five rich dudes. It's what all these wars are about. It's like so
Yeah.
five rich dudes can like rape and pillage legally somehow, and just talk about God on fucking Sunday, and they'll murder a bunch of fucking people in a school the next day. And it's just a bunch of godless fucking demons. And to me, I think evil's boring as fuck. Like evil's like so boring. It's just like I don't know, they're just all in pain. Like I mean, if everyone yelling was honest, they'd just be crying, but they can't handle their feelings, so they bottled up his anger. And the next thing you know, there's just like countries that we just took over three countries for like we turned 9/11 into like a three country takeover for an oil pipeline. It just makes no fucking sense. Like they bombed these buildings we had insurance policies on, and then we had to go out there and build an oil pipeline to defeat terrorism. And I'm just like I just don't understand any of it, and I don't really care either. It's like, it's like,
Did you say that being evil is boring?
I think so. I think it's just like,
You know what I kind of think about is like, well, it's like, well, think about it. Like, I feel like the Jews are treating us like we're in sandbox mode. You know what I mean? Like when you have the Sims and you just pull the ladder out of your sim and drown them for no reason. Like that's what they're doing. That's what Israel is doing with us.
yeah, they're trying to. It's just like, they're just like, I don't know. I had a ride back in Daytona. I came back from Daytona like a week ago or something, and I was taking an Uber from Daytona to Orlando Airport, and there's like an Orthodox Jewish person as my driver, so I'm just asking him questions the whole fucking time. Like I want
Yeah.
to learn. I want to learn. I know what Nick Flint is fucking thinks, or I know what fucking like some fucking idiot down the street thinks. I want to hear what like Jewish people actually think about all this. And he just like didn't care at all about the criticism. He was very cool, and we're just like going through something. We're making fun of Nick Fuentes together and shit, calling him a nerd and shit. And then just making fun of him, and like he seemed like, I don't know, like they just seem like another dude to me. It's like I don't really care if Israel wants to kill me. I really don't even care about that either. To be honest, it's like I just like I don't know. I'm just not that concerned with anything really, other than like what I'm eating later, and then
Yeah.
if I could put more wax and keef on my joint. That's
Yeah.
about where I'm at. It's about where I'm at right now. I just want to fucking stare. Like I'm more pissed at the security guard that told me I couldn't smoke weed on a roof of a parking garage I have a membership in yesterday than I am mad at Israel. It's like he's like, hey man, you can't smoke up here. I'm like, I'm literally doing it. Like what the fuck? He's like, no. He asked me how the fuck I'm doing. He turns on his fucking lights like he's a cop. And he pulls up and he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, well, I was doing a lot better for this like fucking retard came up here and started asking me questions, And he's just like, oh, it's closed after 10. I'm like, see, that affects me more than like fucking Israel ever will.
Oh
And
yeah,
like,
no, the fact that I can't vape in a bar that I'm drinking at pisses me off to no end. And I will tell 10 other people not to go to that bar for that very reason. But I don't have a lot of angry conversations about Israel to anybody.
yeah, or Ukraine, or anything like, oh man, Ukraine really stopped me from enjoying my life. Like, it's like no, I don't know, man. It's like life's so easy. Like survival's like a water faucet, and like if you use the internet, you just have money sent to you monthly. It just makes stuff. I don't know. The world's
Yeah.
so fucking dumb. Like I think the internet's dumb, but I mean, this is fun for me to interview a very talented comedian like yourself is fun. The podcast part's fun. Everything else sucks though. Meeting fucking complete legends, like you're gonna keep getting bigger and shit. And I'm gonna be like, I interviewed that lady fucking 10 years ago. When you're fucking on SNL and shit, I'm gonna brag to everybody you're on my podcast. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think I've done too much hate speech to be on SNL, but we'll see. We'll see if they're gonna be cool by then.
I think you're too funny for SNL, if I was being honest. Like SNL has like this like thing where you can't tell good jokes. That's what it like seems like. It seems like just like they had like Will Ferrell host. I'm like, it's like Fonzie fucking jumping the shark again. It's like how many times is fucking SNL gonna jump the fucking shark? But like, I mean, that Cam Patterson kid, he was in your scene. He's pretty cool. He
Yeah.
seems like I don't know him, but he at least makes me laugh. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like him talking about fucking rocks was funnier than anything on SNL ever, probably. And it's just like but it's just like who knows what's going to happen? They're going to have to switch to us. They're going to have to come to people like us because all the people in the higher echelon were people that were just good at playing the game. They weren't actually talented. They're just good at being like, oh, I'm offended by everything TV tells me to be offended by, and that's how they got there.
Once their views dip enough, then yeah, I can easily see that happening because there was a time when their fucking views were really low because they had to be so considerate of everybody else when SNL was known for saying the fucking quiet part out loud. South Park was known for saying the quiet part out loud, and they're disappointing me with like the degree of pandering they're kind of doing to the left right now, and it's like it's not even about anything being political, but you can tell when somebody is gearing towards one direction, and it's so fucking stupid. We need more people that think both sides are dumb. And when I see somebody, especially on major network television, leaning a certain way, I'll just stop watching it. I haven't watched South Park in years.
No, it ruins it. Like I don't hear like I cover music festivals a lot, and I'll hear like some whiny fucking band be like, we don't like Trump and blah blah blah. And I'm like personally, I think he's a fucking retard too, but I don't like hear about it while I'm trying to hear a fucking Green Day song. It's like play a good song, Green Day. Like I don't give a fuck. And the same with like
Yeah,
well, Ted Nugent's not even talented, so I don't even know what the fuck he does. But I don't know. But like Kid Rock's the same thing. Maybe I like a Kid Rock song or something. I don't know,
yeah.
nostalgia wise, but I don't give a fuck about his political opinion at all. And I think it's dumb to pick a side because both are wrong at this point. You know, it's just like I don't just there. I can't be left or right. I feel isolated. I think most of the country probably relates to that. If they spend enough time on the internet reading and then like learning stuff like that, I feel like everyone would be politically isolated at that point because they would like
Hmm.
see. And if you're accountable, because like one side, for example, like the gas prices thing I was making fun of like on Facebook briefly, is basically just like they're all blaming Biden for the gas price, but the gas price is exactly the same under Trump, and it just makes no sense. And like everybody's like making excuses for him. We're like,
Yeah.
well, they're like, well, if he was really a pedophile, like, why didn't Biden lock him up? I'm like, well, they're all friends, you fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about? It's like they're all fucking friends. You like, it's like, I mean, it's like pro wrestling. They don't understand. I just don't, man. I just can't. I couldn't imagine being loyal to any party right now. I just couldn't imagine it.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how people still passionately argue politics anymore. I don't get it. There's been so much evidence on how bullshit it is, and people still fall for it. Like, so all I need to do if I need to make an extra $1,000 on Facebook, all I got to do is say that is make a video pandering to fucking the gay community, because God forbid, like, goddamn, do people love arguing about trans people on Facebook? It's
Do you
so
think
crazy.
I think it's the same. I had a co-host. I was a porn star for a couple years. I think that it's the same thing. Like people get mad at her, but I think it's people that have like insecurities about this, like that they're attracted to trans people or something, but don't want to be. So then they make fun of them. Because I had the same thing with like porn stars. My Catholic friends would come on and just be completely disrespectful to my friend and co-host. Like, and be like, well, fuck you for doing porn, blah blah. She'd hold her own. So I mean, she was like, fuck you for living in your parents' house. I mean, they just make fun of them back and shit. But I'm just saying, like, they would come at these people with such disrespect that just seem like psychological projections of their own insecurities onto these people. Because I don't give a fuck if a dude wants to dress up however the fuck. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I just don't care about that shit. It doesn't affect me. I don't care how gay someone is. I just want to be told I can't say faggot. That's the only thing I care about. It's like I'm like a free speech guy, and and no gay person's ever told me not to say faggot. It's always like some fucking retard. It's you know what I mean. And they'd get mad about retard too. Like I had to like defend retard the other day too. Like it's just like they're like, why'd you say? I'm like, well, why don't you just say idiot? I'm like, well, some words are more powerful. Like I said retard, and now you're having a conversation about what I said. This is a more
Mhm.
powerful word. Like idiot's not a powerful word. You know what I mean? And I never met a handicapped person. I feel almost like they're lying to me, and they're pretending that they think I mean a handicapped person.
I
I
don't
mean,
think I've ever met anybody that I don't think I even ever met anybody that has ever called a person in a wheelchair retarded, or like a person, I've never seen that.
it's
Maybe
insane.
maybe you heard it from a 10-year-old, or maybe that fucking socially inept 40-year-old man with a drinking problem probably has done that, but that's not a common thing. Nobody does that. Like,
Yeah,
what are
it's
you
insane.
talking about?
Well, and then they'll go like the craziest one to me is like, well, my brother's handicapped. I don't like that you said retarded. I'm like, did you just fucking call your brother retarded? Who's
Yeah.
handicapped? It's like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? It's like they're the evil people. It's like the racist thing too. Like I'm never called racist by black people or anyone else. I'm always called racist by like some fucking retarded like some fucking white person that doesn't have a platform but wants to pretend to have a platform by complaining. And then it's like, well, I didn't like that was really racist. I'm like, are you the king of the fucking black people? So you know that every black person is offended by what I fucking said. It's like
Yeah.
just so ludicrous and insane, and just like it's like a narcissist's opinion of the world. Like when they try to tell you what words you can use, it's like could you not use this word? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like every time almost. It's like
Yeah.
the easiest way. If you hate free speech, don't talk. That's what I always tell them. That's like the
Yeah.
easiest way to fucking say, oh, you're against free speech, then don't talk. You know, that's the easiest way to solve it. It's like fucking, I don't know, man. We're almost over that though. We're almost over that hump where we're gonna have to develop nuance instead of being shocking because
Yeah.
because like saying retard fat gay, like, he's only gonna go so far, and then we're gonna have to be like have like some kind of like actual jokes against him. You know, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to.
I'm hoping that's the case, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. If anything, I think if there's anything that kind of weird makes me very weary and things that I actually stand and look, it's fucking storming outside. Autistic Frank was correct.
He always is. It's crazy
Um,
how fucking he's on point he is.
yeah, thunderstorms on the horizon. I was like, all right, dude, hell yeah. Then he told me about fucking Brazil. Um, or
His
that threw me
promo to a
off.
beat's my favorite part. I'm literally showing a video of like something you do, and he starts doing his promo over it. I'm just like, Frank, like he's not even being an asshole. Anybody else would be being an asshole doing that. He's just like a kid, so he's just like, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
out of here, so I can throw my promo out before I get out of here. And like
yeah.
it goes like a beat, and it's like over your video. I'm trying to show people of how funny it is. He's just like doing promo, and I'm like, I know he's not doing it to be an asshole or I'd like defend it or something, but so I just know, but he's just like a. He reminds me of being in middle school and like just being like happy with like life, you know, just being
Yeah,
like everything just being easy and like he reminds me of like being a child or something. And I love his like childlike like just happiness. He every time I ask him how he's doing, he's always doing great. Like no
yeah.
matter what. I'm like, man, it was like I remember like I was doing some episodes, like this is probably a dark turn, but I was doing like some episodes after my mom passed, and Frankie's just like, I'm doing great. I'm like, how the fuck are you always happy? I'm like asking him, like, I'm like, how are you always happy? You have nothing bad ever. You have no tragedies. You have nothing. He's like, no, I'm doing great right now. It's all. I'm like, fuck, I'm jealous. You know, give me that. That's why I chain smoke weed and have polluted my lungs because I'm chasing the feeling he naturally has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like he has perfect peace. Like you just tell he has perfect peace because he's just like he's always doing. I've never heard him complain about
Yeah.
anything. And he's always doing great. I'm just like I'm so jealous of that. I wish I could be like that. Never have never be depressed. Never. I mean, what a cheat code in life.
Yeah, but this motherfucker, he just studies storm systems all day. That's why I was asking. I was like, does this not stress you out? He's like, no. I'm like, there's no way. You know what I mean? You
Well,
can just look at stuff objectively, like, yeah, everything's really fucked. Anyways, back to you, Tom. You know?
yeah. No, he told me he'll tell me Earth or he'll send me videos on Facebook of him just talking about how an asteroid's gonna potentially pass by Earth, and I'm just like, I'm fucked for like I'm on edibles right now, and he just told me about a fucking asteroid coming. I'm gonna think about that for the next 3 hours, Frankie. Like I appreciate you telling me. I know I totally relate to that because he'll scare me with weather so much if I'm fucked up. Like
Yeah.
he'll send me some shit. I'm like, and he's always right, which like is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because we've tested it. I mean, I'll look at like anything he says. I'll look it up. Like in the beginning, I haven't done it every time, but in the beginning, I look it up because I'm just trying to prove people. I'm just like a truth person. So I'm always like, all right, is he right? Is he right? Is he just bullshitting me?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
He's like,
something. You need to come up with a better label for him, dude. I had nothing in that paragraph said, hey, just so you know, I got a good one on here. You know what I mean?
yeah. We thought about calling him Rain Man, but it's already taken, I think, though. But
Yeah,
no, no, he's
his parents are gonna come after you, dude. You keep playing with him like that.
no, they seem cool. And I always mean that in fun. I actually like Frankie a lot. I would make fun of him to his face if I didn't like him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
or,
you
or
like it.
to his laptop face if I didn't like him. But no, I think he's cool. Like, he's like, I don't know, man. He's like so. I mean, so are you. It's like this show just like literally. I'm just like a dude that opens his laptop and I have a complete I have two legends on the show today. You know, it's like it's just crazy how the world works. And it's like, I mean, and like so. I guess back to the interview. What's your future? Or what kind of like things are you planning on doing that we haven't seen yet?
I have this book that I'm writing out that I really am excited about. I've been I fucking knew I was gonna know. I've been like, okay, this is so random, but I've been like very obsessed with Steve Perry over the last week.
Steve Perry, is that the guitar player for Aerosmith?
The guy from Journey, dude.
Oh, the singer from Journey. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. And so like I had this book that I started writing out and I paused it because I need like a male archetype that I couldn't figure out what to pair with the woman in the book. And I started reading about Steve Perry's story. Anyways, the male character is based off of him, so I'm planning on doing that. It's supposed to be funny. It's a lot more psychological. And but I before I did comedy and stuff, I loved writing. I was really like I always saw myself as being like a painter, a writer or something like that, or even something with computers. Nothing where I speak into a microphone, and certainly never thought I'd be making content. Like I'm a very like introverted person when I'm not on camera.
Huh.
And so it's like,
It's
yeah,
sorry.
I'm very introverted when I'm not on camera. So being out, I have to like I have to like mentally prepare to be out in public because my social battery is so short. I'll just start being a cunt to everybody. I'll be like, yeah, hi, I saw you yesterday. So like I just spent a lot of time at home. So anyway, Jews.
It's like, but no, I mean, I feel like that too. I feel like a reclusive person too, man. It's like
Uh,
I can relate a lot to that. I think artists are able to be. I mean, it takes a long time to be able to, because I had to like do all this in my 20s. I feel like I was a professional couch crasher, you know. But I think like now it's like you can sit at home all day. It's great. Like
Yeah, it's
technology has allowed us
fantastic.
to basically pass our bills. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, like when we go to the next life, we're gonna have to explain to our grandparents who like went from a farm to a city and like built our country and stuff. And we're just like, yeah, like sometimes I share fucking memes and like they're like, what's a meme? Like, oh, it's like some content somebody else created that I post and get paid for. It fucking makes no sense. And it's like, you know, I was like, all right, I copy pasted a question from Ask Reddit today and I
Yeah.
made $400. I'm like, what a tough life. It's like what a fucking tough life I lived. You know, it's like I feel like we're all just children, is what I'm getting at. We're all like rich teenagers. That's
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
it's like what it seems like. We're just like rich teenagers trying to be like, I don't know. I
Uh,
guess we have comments on
you know what,
the
dude?
question.
I was thinking of doing is like I think I'm gonna make a video about Steve Perry because I'm gonna go to my friend to LA in a couple weeks. Like the one thing that the reason why I like him so much is because he like left Journey just when they got like when they were like really famous, right? Because he got burnt
Yeah,
out
yeah.
on it. He got burnt out on music. He got burned out on blah blah blah, and he hates being interviewed. So I want to try to go find him. And he's like 80 years old. You know, he's good. He's gonna say yes now. What else? What else does he have going on? So I'm gonna
That's
make
so
like a
that'd be a
little.
fucking dope interview if you could pull it off. Is he in LA?
He's in like he's like between LA and San Diego, and I feel like I think I could make it happen. I feel like if I play
Oh,
my
okay.
cards right, I feel like I can make it happen. And interview with fucking Steve Perry, dude, that would yeah. But what is he gonna? He's like 77 years old.
No, I'd fucking rule. I mean, that'd be a rare interview and it'd be fucking awesome, man. Like
Yeah.
that'd be a great interview. I love music, man. I love music. So let's see. Some of the comments goes the women back in the day thought Steve Perry was hot.
Oh, he's so fine, dude. That's when I saw him. I saw him that fucking "We Are the World" video, and I hate that song, but I kept seeing Steve Perry's part, and that's where I went on a spiral, and I was psychotically just like frantically because I don't know how you work, but when I find an artist that I like, I go on like deep dives, and I have to like know everything about them. I don't know why. It's like I don't know if it was a manic episode or what, but yeah, the more that
No,
I
it's just
read about him, the more that I liked.
I think learning just means you're intelligent. I don't think it means you're manic, but I mean, like, it's probably rare because most people are fucking retarded. But you know, I do, yeah, no, I do the same thing. Like, I just got into metal recently. I never listened to fucking metal, so I've just been listening to all metal bands recently, and I'm like learning all this shit about metal bands, like just passively, just like to entertain myself, because like
Yeah.
I only listened to like surface music when I was a kid. I didn't listen to rap or country, and I went through both those. Where I listened to all gangster rap for a while. And I listened to all those like country. I got into country gospel a lot, and then now I'm into like metal right now. Just like tearing. They're all demonic though. Like I fucking hate the lyrics. So like it's like they're like defecating. Like if you like they're like yelling and it sounds cool. And you like read the lyrics. It's like defecating holy water. I'm like no. I'm on the winning team, dog. Like just
Yeah.
fucking. But entertain me like a horror film. You know, that's kind of what it is, like a horror film.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thing that I started paying attention to is I went through my Spotify library and I removed so many songs, like just shit that like man, fucking like mentally brings you down, spiritually brings you down. 10 years ago, because I've had Spotify probably since it came out. So I have a lot of stuff on there and stuff would pop on and I'm like, listen to this. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's my gripe about like I love hip hop, but like you listen to some of these songs and it's just the most like low fucking just low vibrational shit. Just like what the fuck? Like I'm not sitting here screaming about there's that one fucking I liked that XXS Tentacion, right? Like I liked him. I like some of his more emotional stuff. That's what I love. I love melodic, all that kind of stuff. And then you turn it on, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like some of these songs these motherfuckers are putting out, just pussy, and they're singing about STDs and shit like that and disrespecting women. It's like no wonder people feel the way they do about each other. Like listen to the stuff that they're like. I don't care what anybody says. You listen to music enough, you start drilling it in your head. You know what I mean? And, like
Oh, I
subconsciously,
agree.
at least to a degree. So you're listening to this shit about like fuck bitches and money and just I'm gonna fuck all these women and do all this and like now you have women that are singing that kind of shit too, and it's crazy. I went through my Spotify and I got rid of like 500 songs because of it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like that too. Like I got rid of Netflix for that because I was like changing through channels. It's like Lucifer, how to murder a murderer, how to blah 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 blah. I'm just like, dude, it's so low.
Yeah.
That's low vibrational programming for sure to keep us in like the lower dimensions,
Oh,
and it's just
yeah.
and it's just boring. And like gangster rap, you're right. Gangster rap's the same thing. I love how it sounds and I love the attitude of it, kind of. But it's just like they're just like confessing to like dumb crimes. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
they don't. It doesn't even matter. Like that's what I mean by evil's dumb and boring. It's just like it's like evil by definition is very low vibration, or like good is like so much more powerful and like more appealing to me personally. Because
Yeah,
I
you
think
feel
anybody
so
can
much better. Yeah.
and to your point too about them just singing about women and women and money, and they don't have either. That's like the funniest part. They like
Yeah.
play music. They're not married. They have no girlfriend, and they have no money or job prospects. And they're like rapping like they're singing like they're rich. Like yeah,
Yeah.
I'm rich. All these bitches. I'm like man, you're manifesting in the opposite direction. You know, it's like
Right.
this makes and those aren't goals either. I hate people that like get laid and think it's an accomplishment. They're like, well, I got laid. I'm like, well, oh, good job. What do you want? A fucking trophy or something? It's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I think like I'm married, so I view the world different. I think to where like I think like I don't know. I just think that like there's a lot more to life than like being self-centered and lying to get laid. You know.
Yeah, and hookups and stuff, and that's it's such a toxic mentality. It's like I get it from my friends because I don't like hooking up with people. I just don't. I've tried it and I'm like this made me feel awful.
It's never
It's an
worth it.
awful feeling. I don't understand the point of bragging about okay, you exchanged energy with some person you're never going to talk to again, and that's fine to you. Like to me that it's such a bizarre fucking environment, and being in a city like being in Chicago, being in Austin, in cities, hookup culture is so much more common that you can't even have a crush on somebody and then they'll be like, "Oh, are you fucking that person? Oh, you're trying to fuck that person? How about I just like that person?" What is do I sound nuts by saying this? It's just the verbiage and stuff. It makes me uncomfortable. It's so weird. I don't know. Jews.
No, it is weird. It reduces everybody to this low vibration too. I mean, because people aren't building like actual connections with people. Like I'm married. I've been with my wife for since 2015, so I guess 11 years total. But I've been married since
Yeah.
2021. And to me, it's like when I hear like even my younger brothers or something, they're like, yeah, man, I got a girl. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, like, well,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that? He's like, oh, we got lit. I'm like, I got lit. I'm like, oh, okay. Like that's all they could do with another person is get laid. Like they don't have no connection with the
Yeah.
soul, the mind, anything like that. It's like you're basically just like I don't know. It doesn't even make sense to me. It's like I feel I don't know. How do people like you're in the comments? Do you think like how do people think that's I don't understand how it's an accomplishment. I don't understand it. Like I think like I don't know. I think being rich
Yeah.
is more important. Like
Yeah.
getting laid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather do nothing be my entire life than make
Oh
passive money
yeah.
than get laid. It
Yeah,
just
that's
makes no
see?
sense. Like I don't
That's
understand. I remember like six. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna talk about Steve Perry again. That's all. I was gonna say that's why I like that music, dude. It's
No,
all just love
you're allowed
songs.
to.
I'm so excited about it. Love
Yeah.
songs, power ballads, and then I found out he didn't like to hook up with groupies either because he had to like know that women liked him and stuff. He has like emotional stuff. This is from me going on this deep dive, dude. It's crazy. So, yeah, I started being a lot more conscious about that the more I started taking care of myself. And eventually, like, as I started, like, because I was drinking like every fucking day, dude. And it wasn't even like I have to drink. It's like you're just out doing comedy. That's what you do. You're around a bunch of fucking autistic people, people without arms, like people that are just they're trying to be funny. You ever be around a group of people and all of them are trying to be funny at the same time and they're just not? Like it's that every day, just constantly overstimulated. And so I started like cleaning that myself up and stop drinking every day. Now it's every couple of weeks, which is a huge fucking thing because was so over being waking up being sick. and started eating better and things like that. And then finally, it's like it's also down to the friendships that you make, the kind of people that you're around. I had to look at my friend group, and also, okay, who are people that are just negative or just bringing you down, or they're addicts, or their mentality is off. Okay, you kick them out because you know what I mean. It's like I'm trying to do better for myself mentally, and music, I believe, to bring it back is I feel like a huge part of that too. The things that we're subconsciously repeating, putting on repeat every day.
Yeah, the words are manifestation, and then
Yep.
by building visualization, and then the frequency of the song too. You know,
Do you
I
believe
agree.
that? Do you believe that that's a thing, like the frequency of the song? Did you hear about the
Yeah.
conspiracy about how like a lot of music companies, and they'll even do this with some artists where well they'll change the frequency of a song, like if they want a hit or stuff something, they change the frequency, and I don't know what the frequency is. Maybe the chat knows of the type of music they put so that it's like almost like I don't know if it's demonic if that's the word, but like that low vibrational shit. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely believe that to be real, and I think that rap music, gangster rap in particular, was like marketing for the privatized prison system, basically. And I think that I think the pharmaceutical industry is also lobbyists of that too. So I think they push agendas on people. They want you like getting addicted to drugs, going to jail, so then they could like I mean basically 'cause that's like the new slavery, pretty much like the 13th Amendment when they got rid of slavery supposedly. Basically just reworded it to where you can't be a indentured servant or a slave unless you're a felon, and then that's what they're doing. Basically, they're pushing everyone to be a felon, basically, so that they can control them. They can't vote, blah blah, can't participate in society. I think there's a huge thing on that, and I think the pharmaceutical industry is huge, and I think like the oil lobbyists are huge. I think those are the
Yeah.
three biggest lobbyists we have to deal with in every aspect of life, and they took over music too. Because they
Yeah.
went from like rock music to gangster rap just to push everybody through jail. Like I remember being a kid and like these like annoying wiggers like bragging about going to jail like it's an accomplishment. They're like, yeah, I just got out of jail. I'm like, that means you got caught. That means you're like a bad criminal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're a bad criminal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like to me, it's not a rite of passage. It just means you're retarded. And like, I mean, to be honest, like, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like the world's weird, but I think we're going to a renaissance. I think that's why there's so much being shaken up right now
Yeah.
because like, and like conversations like this are happening, and like we're like, because like even like 10 years ago, I'd be having an entirely different conversation. I'd probably be talking about getting fucked up more or something. You know, I'd probably be talking about like, but I think the like just getting older and like seeing how everything's going. I think we're not believing everybody's lies anymore. There's most people don't believe the bullshit anymore. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But
Yeah.
there's these strongholds of people like clinging on to repeating things. They're scared of the actual world. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yep. It's true. I agree with you. I think we're in a cultural shift. I mean, us as humans, dude, we are constantly correcting. So it's like, when you had the whole like liberation, I would say it was like 2007 when it started becoming very sex positive for women again, and women started hooking up more. They overcorrected, and to where now you have things like OnlyFans, and you have the women acting like men, and hookup culture, things like that, and unsatisfied. Oh, surprised that you become the thing that you hate, and then you're still unhappy. No fucking no kidding. And now we're bouncing back where I believe that hookup culture, at least today, it's becoming a lot less. People are kind of, I'm having conversations with my friends because I've always had this stance where I'm like, yeah, I don't really hook up with people. That's not how I work. And so my friends will start saying it, and they're like, yeah, I just don't want to. And I wonder, here's a conspiracy. Do you think they're putting something in the water so we don't have sex drives, dude? So we stop multiplying? Did you freeze, dude? This is your podcast. You can't be freezing.
I'm not frozen. I heard what you said, and I was thinking, but no, I think it's so funny though. But no, I definitely think there's poison in the water for sure. I mean, it made men feminine, and it
Mm.
made like I mean that's why you have all those trans things probably and stuff. 'Cause, I mean, they put a lot of. I think women's birth controls in the cycle of water we drink. We're basically drinking recycled like toilet water, basically over
Yeah.
and over again. If you're drinking from the faucet or whatever terminology, we're basically drinking the same water we defecate and urinate into. And there's a lot of like women's birth control and like Xanax in there and stuff, and then stuff they put in there too. Like,
I like that you lump Xanax in there.
it's true though. It's high quality of Xanax in the water, and like
Yeah.
our high volume. So I definitely think our water is poisonous for sure, and it calcifies our pineal gland, and it fucking makes it. They don't want fighting age men. They want to
Yeah.
declaw the men and make them feminine, basically, to where like, you can't fight a war. They're so terrified of us, like the
Yeah.
Wild West. Just in general, they're terrified of just the American spirit. You know, of just
Yeah.
being like, "Fuck you, I got a gun, pew pew." You know, just like fuck, like that's what I mean, that's basically what would happen. We might try to take us over. But yeah, no, I think our water supply is poisoned. That so is our food supply.
Oh yeah, and they're doing a lot of psychological warfare and stuff like that too. It's honestly crazy. And the more you do you follow Gary Faust?
I feel like I heard the name, but I'm unfamiliar right off. I think
Street Gonzo, he's the guy. He's like that fucking
that's a cool name.
journalist.
What a
Yeah,
cool.
Street
Sounds cool.
Gonzo. Yeah,
What a
he
cool
does.
name.
So he's fucking nuts, dude. He does this like I don't know what is it called, yellow or like journalism and stuff, but he like funds it himself, and he like uncovered all this like corruption in Puerto Rico. And one thing he found was that a lot of the testing that they do in Puerto Rico, like they everything that we're kind of dealing with now, they tested in Puerto Rico 10 years ago. Where they I don't know what it's Operation something where they were testing stuff on American citizens to where the women were becoming infertile and people weren't having sex drives, things like that. They test this stuff. It makes me feel like they get these territories and then neglect the fuck out of them and use them as testing sites.
100%, 100%. I agree, and I think that's the goal is depopulation and sterilization. That seems like their goal. I
Yeah.
think they're like if you Google any like billionaire's name, like almost with like depopulation, you can find articles from like the 90s and early 2000s of them talking about how the planet's too overpopulated, and then like Bill Gates talking about the vaccine as using as a weapon to depopulate the planet. But
Yeah.
all these people have told on themselves, and they all say basically what you're saying pretty much. They test market in small towns. I mean, they did in St. Louis too, where I live, like to where like they would they poisoned these they had like poisonous gas on one of these buildings in the 60s they admitted to. And like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, St. Louis, have you been to St. Louis?
Missouri?
Yeah.
I don't I've passed through it. I've been on the bridge, but
Have you
that's the
been to
extent.
have you been to Detroit?
Yeah, I've been in Detroit. That
It's a
fucking
small Detroit. So basically it's like you have like like streets and sections of town that are just dead. And then you'll have like a $4,000 house next to like $1 million house. It makes no sense real estate wise. And
yeah.
like it's just like but most of St. Louis to me looks conquered. I mean, it looks like these guys conquered and kept it weak. And they keep like strongholds like this is the middle of the United States. So I mean, this is a stronghold, I'd argue, the same way the coasts are, but just in different ways. I mean, this was like the West Coast before like Manifest Destiny, before the railroads. Like the St.
Yeah.
Louis lost ground after the railroads, and then Chicago, where you're from, took over. Like when the railroads hit, basically. So
Yeah.
it's like this was like so I mean the Midwest is still pretty strong, I think, in a lot of ways, but it's just like I don't know.
Yeah. It's getting very dystopian out there, I'll tell you that much, What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, man? It's just, this is we talk about this stuff like we're gonna do something about it, and at the end of the day, we're not. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't know. Are you gonna fucking are you gonna go take out anybody in Congress? Because they're not
Well,
even the people. So it's like, I don't know.
if I wasn't killing anyone, it would be the lobbyists for sure. But
Yeah.
and just like I don't know, I don't believe in killing. I'm Christian though too, so I don't believe in killing. But or as far as like, I mean, I believe it's like, real, but I mean, I obviously don't do it because
Yeah.
it's like God gave me 10 rules. I try not to break them.
Yeah.
But I think like no, I ran for Congress actually. I mean, so I mean, I tried to do some shit. I mean,
Did you really?
yeah, I was a Republican nominee in 2020. Whenever they tried to take away all the lockdowns and shit, I tried to like, get that law pen. I'm like, give me that fucking law pen, you fucking demons. And
Yeah.
I tried to grab that shit. And I was a Republican nominee. I lost. I mean, obviously, but otherwise, this podcast would have more than 800 people watching it, or 500 people watching it if I would have won. But anyway, before
Yeah. We
really-
lost a lot of people when we started talking about conspiracy theories, dude. It's only for the elite few.
I think it's just late and people watch in the morning. I think my friends just have fucking jobs, and they're just like, I'll watch this till about 10 or 11, then I'm gonna fucking watch it at 6 a.m. when I wake up.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do. They'll watch the beginning of it and pass out. That's what it seems like. It's like on their TV and they're already sleeping or something.
Yeah,
They're like,
either way, very grateful to have people that you're very blessed to have people that want to watch you. That's a nice feeling.
Oh, it took forever. You're right. I agree, though. I mean, I'd be flipping fucking burgers or applying to flip burgers without these motherfuckers. So I love everyone watching me on a
Or you'd
Tuesday
be
night.
doing vigorous gay porn, dude. You do what you gotta do.
I'm not attractive enough to be gay. I'd have to be like, I'd have to like, get a 6-pack, shave a little bit. Men are too picky. I don't know if I could pull a man.
What do you? Men are not picky, dude. Some of the porn videos that I like that I've seen, dude, like you would sometimes look up the craziest gay porn and send it to your friends. I don't know if you ever did that, but I would do that. And you would see some really, you know what I would see you doing if I saw you doing a gay porn video? It would be like a truck stop. It would be like a truck stop glory hole, but it'd all just be trannies in there.
I got potential. Look, Grandma will be a star finally. I told you. You know, it's like truck stop trannies. Yeah. Volume 57. You know, I
Yeah.
just keep them coming, keep them pumping out every week.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I couldn't imagine like being like I know a lot of porn stars, but like I personally couldn't imagine dealing with that. Like the aspect of like in my generation, you would lie to get laid. Like I guess
Yeah.
like and like the kids, they just like pay $5 to see their neighbor naked. Like I would feel like a fucking loser doing that. I would literally, if I ever paid to see somebody naked, I would fucking kill myself. You know, I would just feel
Yeah.
like such a fucking loser. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know. I like my wife. My wife's hot as fuck, and I've never had to pay to see her naked because I'm not a loser. You know, it's like one
Yeah.
of those. It's like one of those things. Like I don't know. And I followed my wife around for 10 years straight. So I mean, it's just one of those things. You know, like
Yeah.
you love. Well, I think before this gets boring, this is still good. But before it gets boring, we should probably get out of here. You know, you want to throw any promo out or anything?
No, just follow me on my social media, my Steve Perry journey, and I'll be putting out a book later at the end of the year. Yeah, dude, I'm in Austin, baby. Come holler. I'll be on the road in September. I'm going to Florida, Tennessee, all the east, south, all that area.
Cool. Yeah. Check her out on tour. Check her Instagram out. Very funny. That's why I annoyed her and reached out. Honestly, is because like the skits are fucking hilarious. Like that's probably my favorite. Then your roasts are fire too. Like you're pretty
Yeah.
fast and fucking on point. You don't seem affected by like people making fun of you, and you're just right back. It's good. Yeah. You have a good.
Yeah.
You have a good poker face in the roast game and the good jokes. You know. So that's all it's about, really.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought I would stop doing. I honestly thought I would stop doing roast battle because after a while, you just kind of get burned out. You know, it's a different writing format than writing stand up. So you got to start. You got to shift the way you think. It's a lot quicker. So you're essentially just yelling punchlines one after the other. So, but I think I'm gonna fire it back up. I took 6 months off from it, and when I went to New York and did that roast with that guy without arms, dude, that you know how fucking challenging that was. Did you watch that?
I saw the clip of it. I didn't hit play on it. I know what you're talking about though. You had it
Yeah.
pinned up. I didn't. I know. I should have watched it. Now you're explaining it though.
Yeah, yeah. He had no arm. He had fucking little arms like this, and I had to roast him. When I'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's an artist." Like, what are we talking about, dude? I had thought of different angles that I would come after come after him for, and I thought of like, what if I said like, he loves to beat the shit out of women, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. So I just
No,
made fun of his
funny.
arms. Yeah, but
That's funny as shit. No, roasts are hard, like for me, because unless I like don't like the person, like it's easy for me to roast anything I don't actually like. But if I like the person and they're a comedian, like I actually respect comedians, so it's like hard for me to make fun of another comedian until they make fun of me. I guess
yeah,
if I got made fun of first, maybe I could. I guess, but it's just
yeah,
I don't know. It's just like you just basically told me I'd be great in a truck stop tranny video, and I still think it's funny. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know if I could be insulted. I think I'm just confident, so it's just I could just take a joke and it's funny.
yeah.
And like I don't get mad that easy. I don't know, but I don't know what
Yeah,
else to do.
a good retort would have been like, "And you're the tranny in the video." You know what I mean?
That would be fucking no. I know. I need to write my comebacks from now on. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you just want to insult me, just DM me the comeback and I'll just read it back to you. But no, that is funny though. That's funny. Like I saw somebody pull it. You did that to Tony on Kill Tony when he was like asking pronouns. You asked his pronouns, and I thought that shit was funny as fuck.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, dude. It's
That was funny. That was funny as fuck.
I don't know if have you done Kill Tony?
No, I don't know how to describe this, but in the nicest way, I go there and I feel like it's a trap. I feel like you go, and you've been honest. You could probably prove me otherwise, and you know more about this than me. I went there one time and I felt bad for everybody. I was just like, I just kind of went there and they're like, man, one day I'm gonna have like this and like they're like just I don't know. I felt bad. I felt like I was getting secondhand gay by being there. So I was like, I
Yeah,
gotta get the. I was like, and I don't mean that in a mean way. It's not a lot for people. I mean, it blow up you and Laser and fucking like Cam Patterson's on fucking SNL. So I'm not trying to down. I'm not trying to say it's. I'm not trying to like doubt its cultural impact. But I felt like it was like a trick to sell beer, where they want me to like sit in some room with a bunch of fucking retards. They're like you said, don't have
yeah,
arms. And then I feel it feels like a trap. To be honest,
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like
That's why I don't really sign up for it anymore. It's like it was fine. I'm glad that I did it, but that's not something I don't know. I don't think I want to do again. I'm glad I had the experience, but I'm like, it's not really something I want to do.
Yeah, Jason's been on it too. So I know some people it's helped their career in booking and stuff. It's just like, yeah, I would do it if I was like, I don't know. I'm an ego. I don't know. I would potentially do it if it like was laid out different. I didn't even sign up when I saw like the wristband thing. They're like we give everybody wristbands. I'm like, man, I'm such like a non-conformist asshole, and I'm such a cynic that I think it's rigged. So I'm just like, wow, I don't want this at all. It looks like a cattle call to me. They're like
Yeah,
cattle, and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
yeah,
I talked to a couple people, and then I just like felt bad for them all, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of here, man. Like. I
Yeah.
was like, I drank a little bit there, but yeah, I need to shut the fuck up. It's been like an hour and a half or something. Let me throw out some promo. This Saturday I'm at Lake Ozark. If you watch the show, you know where it's at. Lake Ozark, Missouri. We're there. I am doing a set at I don't know what time. I think it starts at 6 to 8 p.m. We're doing an early show, and then afterwards I am going to interview a bunch of drunk people and then put it on YouTube and Rumble and shit. So if you want to be drunk and interviewed, and if you want to be Lake Ozark famous, meet me there Saturday. I don't know what else I got. I think that's all I got. Oh, I got Rockville footage up. If you want to see me interview a bunch of rock bands, metal bands, stuff like that, that's up. And I'm gonna get out. Thanks for going backwards in your career, Jessica, to be here. Thanks for the charity.
Yeah.
Thanks for the pity.
Yeah.
I
No,
appreciate
you
it.
okay? You like, dude? Help me meet Steve Perry. What are we doing?
Okay. Yeah, I probably could find his. He's not in a band, so he doesn't have any publicists or anything. Okay, let me see. This will be a fun end of the show.
I
Let's see
know
if
I know he does music stuff. This is like, I don't know why. It's like I want to be able to interview him. I want, like, we should fucking make this happen, dude.
the best thing you have that I found right now is his Instagram. Just hit him up on IG. Oh, he has a lot of fucking. He probably gets too much mail. I'd hit him up on Instagram because he's still. I mean, I don't know. He seems like he wouldn't answer his Instagram. You already follow him. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't. He doesn't have a
He gets a
publicist.
lot. He has a lot of engagement, like, and a lot of engagement. It's crazy, and he reposts a lot of stuff and things like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I make a video about it, that way, as opposed to, because I mean, look at it. His fucking following, they're all geriatrics, right? That's funny. I joined his Facebook page, and it's all just like Indians making AI photos of Steve Perry like shirtless and stuff, and be like, "Hello, baby, message me." And then you have like a stream of like old women that are like, "I've loved you since '81 before my husband died." Like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any official contact information anywhere. Like the hard part for him would be like finding a publicist, but he's not with his band right now. So I don't even.
Yeah,
Your best.
he's not with the band, but I know he's released music and stuff, and I wonder if he's just doing stuff on his own, or if he still has like management, which I can't imagine he would, because he has his own studio. Like, what I do know about him is he puts out his own music now.
Yeah, it seems like he's hard. Like older people are hard to get hold of because they don't use social media as much as us. And then I doubt. I bet his Instagram's full of like old ladies, like you said, and
Yeah.
like he doesn't even read them all. But I would say his Facebook or his Instagram are probably the easiest way to hit him up. But he doesn't have a contact anywhere. He has no representatives anywhere, so he looks like he's self-employed now. It looks like he said he has $70 million, so he probably hasn't had to do anything he didn't want to do in a long time. So I don't know. You going to LA is probably the best way to meet him, honestly.
Yeah, and just
I mean,
hit up
really,
a bunch of orthopedic doctors.
wait, no, yeah, that's hilarious. Just wait to the doctor's office. It says he's on AAE music. So hang on. For business or booking inquiries, you can work through artist booking agencies like AAE. So he may be on he may be on a label, but hang on, let me verify this is even a website. They didn't buy their. Oh no, here he is. Yeah, how to book Steve Perry. Yeah. He has a request form and everything. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send me that shit.
I don't know how real this is, or if it's gonna be somebody trying to swindle you to like for money to play a birthday party or some shit. I don't know what the fuck this is, but
Yeah.
it's the only contact I found for him. I'll send it to you. But that's the only thing I found for him. I mean, the older people aren't gonna check their fucking Instagram. Like, that's how I met you. I just like hit you up on Instagram. He won't. I guarantee that motherfucker won't answer his Instagram. He might answer Facebook though.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'll ask. That's funny in the comments. It's Sean Dan. My buddy's in a bigger band. I can ask my friend Sean, who's if he's ever played with Rush or Steve Perry, and see what's up with that.
That would rule, dude. If you can hit me up and try to like make this happen, because I'm gonna do like a documentary style. I've got like the equipment, and we're gonna track me going into LA and stuff, like kind of as a gag. You know what I mean? But yeah, like the ultimate goal is that, dude, if I can get an interview with Steve Perry, that would rule.
Oh, dude, yeah, that'd be fucking huge. And like you doing a documentary would probably be an easier way. I don't know him at all, but from what I'm thinking in my head, I think a documentary would be a better sales pitch than a podcast. A lot of old people are like, "What's a podcast?" When I hit them up, like Slayer won't do my show because I'm not a fucking radio station. Like literally, but
Who
every
listens
other
to the fucking radio anymore?
apparently only Slayer. And like every other band on like I think they're either on Nuclear Blast or they're on some other label, and I've had every other band on the label except for Slayer. It makes no fucking sense. I've been trying to get those motherfuckers forever, but I mean, your best bet in my opinion would be going to LA because like old people don't check their social media enough. And like, if you got his email, he probably reads his emails. I just don't know his email address.
Yeah. Send me all
That's
that
like,
shit.
yeah.
Anthony? Who's the most famous person you've had on your podcast?
Ever? See, I don't know. Either David Icke or Tommy Chong, probably.
Tommy
Because Tommy
Chong.
Chong's like, yeah, he's probably, you could probably ask an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old, they know who Tommy Chong is. So I guess him probably.
There you go. Yeah, everyone. I feel like the most part, everyone knows who Tommy Chong is.
Wolf of Wall Street was big, but not everybody knows who he is. Jordan Belfort, the real one. David Icke to me, I mean, but he's like he's like a British Alex Jones. He's like he's fucking huge, but he's not that big here. He's bigger in like Europe and England. I'm trying to think every band I've ever fucking wanted to. So I mean, it depends on what music you're into. I've pretty much interviewed every band I've ever wanted to almost at this point, other than like Nirvana or something, or like Remaining Doors members or something.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's who anyone any niche. Did you you probably don't listen to him, do you?
Who? The band him?
Yeah.
I have. I haven't lately, but I've listened to him before.
That motherfucker, you get him. I always like these artists that hate being famous, because like he doesn't have social media. He hasn't done anything since the band broke up like 10 years ago. He doesn't do anything, and it's like honestly, there's something beautiful to that. You know what I mean?
There really is. Like that guy who did Somebody I Used to Know or whatever, or like he just
Yeah,
stopped. He just like stopped caring about being famous, and I just thought that was cool. It's like management's like that too. I don't think they really care about being famous.
yeah. Which that fucking rules, honestly.
Janie's the girl we were describing in the comments. She goes, "I have a T-shirt and ticket stub from 1983 tour, and I'm not geriatric." LL. Sure, Janie. Sure. I got to
Yeah.
side with her. She's my only viewer sometimes. So I'm like, Janie, you're on this right. You're the only one that watches my show. So there'd be some episodes back in the day. She'd be like the only one commenting. I'm like, I have to agree with her because I will have no viewers if I don't.
Yeah. No, oh, that's awesome. They have a ticket stub still.
Yeah, Rush is fucking awesome, man. They were a good band. My mom got me into all that kind of shit. My mom was into really good music. She has like a, I have like a blanket of all of her concert shirts sewn into like a quilt, and like
Yeah.
she loved music so much. Like she loved music more than living, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm joking. But she hated living. She got tired of it. But no, she was really into music. Got me into that shit too. I'm almost like a forever fan of music and comedy. I mean, that's why I reached out to you too. I'm a fucking fan of comedy too. I love like all that shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like a bar and grill level comedian, but I actually like it. I fucking hate comedy clubs. I did like 3 of them, and they like make you sit in back and eat like they're like here's some moldy grapes. You're special. I'm like, I just
Yeah.
want to hang out with people. Drunk,
Yeah,
dude.
you
So
get to have one drink and don't set anything down and don't make a lot of noise.
yeah, it's just like they're like I'm like they're like trying to tell me not to smoke weed back there too. They're like, can you not smoke weed back here? I'm like, isn't that the only perk of the green room? Is that I can
Yeah.
smoke weed in it? I guess I thought it was the only perk, and they're like, well, it's like
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean, you're
bars and grills.
supposed to kind of cater to the guests a little bit, but some of the places are kind of weird. That's why
I've
I'm
only
with you, dude.
I've only done like Kansas City, Maui, and somewhere else. I know I did another one. I forgot. I like the
Yeah.
bar and grill. I like Lake Ozark. That's where I do all my shows all summer. I'm like, I do once a month out there, and like, and dude, those motherfuckers party, dude. You gotta like yell at them and shit.
Hmm.
Doug Stanhope, yeah, I had Doug Stanhope on my show too. I forgot about that. He's probably one of I don't know. He's a big comedian. Yeah, he's pretty. I had so many big people. Like I don't know. It depends on how you measure people on famous. I don't know. Because Doug Stanhope was cool. Like I actually had a kid that was in his movie too. You see that movie Road Dogg?
Yes. Yeah.
That kid was funny as fuck. He's from where you're from. He's from Chicago actually. He's in the Chicago scene.
Mhm.
The fuck's his name? I'm blanking on his name, but he's hilarious. He came down here and he just like roasted everybody for being from St. Louis. I thought that shit was funny as fuck. Forgot his name.
Is he still in Chicago?
I believe so. Yeah.
White guy?
White guy. Yeah. I only talk to white guys. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, dude, you said something that made me laugh too. Like somebody goes, somebody asked if you were a black guy. Like you said, never consensually, and I thought that was the funniest response I've ever fucking heard to that. It's just like you're like not consensually. Like, yes.
That was when I did that fucking podcast with Alex Stein.
That's right. That's who it was.
Yeah,
He's a
Alex
nice fuck.
Stein asked me to do his podcast, and I'm like, I'm not political, and he thought I was liberal, and I was like, yeah. It's like, no, you could tell Alex has never looked at my content. So then he brought me on there, and then he would show me clips, everything he was trying to show me, hoping that I would like argue with him and stuff like that. And I was just there's like one where it was like two black people fighting in a KFC, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty nice to see white people going at it for once. And he was just melting the fuck down. Like honestly, the whole thing was pretty funny.
Dude, no, those clips I saw are funny. Like, yeah, no, Republicans think anyone that disagrees with them is a Democrat. They can't comprehend that there's people that think both parties are retarded. Like, I get in so many arguments with these people. Like, they're like, you have Trump derangement syndrome. And I'm like, you brought him up, dude. I just like fucking said
Dude,
all the politicians are pedophiles, and you brought up Trump. That's weird. You're
all
just
those.
like,
Go ahead.
no, you good. Oh, sorry.
All those people too. I've learned because I did that. Went on Tim Pool's podcast,
That's cool.
and he's a real nice guy.
He seems smart as fuck. I haven't met him, but he seems smart as fuck.
Yeah, he's smart as and he's a really, really fucking good musician. He has a band and he has music out and everything. I didn't know that. And but
Me neither.
anyways, yeah, he does music. He's a really good he plays guitar and shit. Like he played our music on the way we were into the casino and he loves gambling. Um we took us to the casino and then he ditched us to go play poker for fucking 3 hours until we were all standing there like, all right. But all those guys on there, they don't actually believe the things that they're saying, and that's the thing. Because I didn't get on there and argue like they wanted me to. I thought they were bringing me on there to argue with them to other people. So because he had some Democrats and some OnlyFans, and they put me on the liberal side. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this? But that's when I learned like maybe I need to lean into it more when people accuse me of stuff. But I'm just like I'm not playing this game. Like they don't even feel the way that they feel about it. Like
That's funny.
that Myron Gaines guy.
Yeah.
When I
What's he
was
like?
in,
I never met him.
he's such a prick. He's like
Even in
everybody
real life?
else. Yeah, when I went back, because being a fucking person, you shake hands. I'm like, hey, it's like, I was like, just wanted to, say hi. My name's Jessica. I'm really looking forward to doing this. Thank you for having me. And he's like, yep, this will be interesting. And I was like, all right, you faggot. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, it sounds retarded. Like,
yeah, and they don't feel the way that they feel. Like when I announced that I was doing that show, I had so many like I had like a handful of girls that do OnlyFans. They're like, yeah, he gives me money to like go on dates with them and fuck them. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's
these are
crazy.
what a weird loser. Yeah, it's weird. I couldn't imagine paying for sex ever. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, that's strange. But you're on a podcast like telling men not to like fall prey to like porn and stop. These women all want sex and fuck women and just get money and all this kind of stuff.
These
And
man hookers.
he's literally paying women for sex, and I didn't say it on the podcast because I'm not like a argumentative person. I thought we were going on there like this. I thought this would be what we would be doing. I'm not an argumentative person, so it was really interesting.
That is interesting. I've never met them. I don't like. Yeah, no. Most people are just projecting their insecurities when they're talking to the masses or people. Like, hey, don't be a guy with a beard and wears a hat to cover his bald
Yeah.
spot, okay, guys? And it's just like describes me perfectly.
Oh yeah.
It's just like no, they'll literally do show. Yeah, they psychologically project like hell is like. Yeah, no, all those guys, they're like what I view the bands. Like, I don't know this to be true, but I don't know them, but this is what I envision. Is basically like when my buddies got in bands and they got like bigger, they went from like talking to no girls, not knowing how to talk to girls, to now girls are talking to them and they're just like fucking it up. And I
Yeah.
think that that's like what I see with those guys. Like they seem like kind of nerdy, and like not Tim Pool seems like he has it together. I don't know him, but he seems together. But the other guy, the Myron guy, just seems like he's trying to be like Brown Charlie Kirk or something. It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah, it's just so disingenuous, dude. They're so phony. And after I kind of saw that's when I really stopped like, oh, okay, like there aren't people that are even trying to be political and they're bought, dude. That's what it is. They're paid to fucking say that. They're
yeah, it
paid to
creates
say
a
the shit
divide.
they're saying, yeah. By
It's just
these
a
like,
conference festival with a microphone. He's just like, no, I'm smart and know everything, and you're dumb, and it's just boring,
yeah.
and you're never going to learn anything. Reducing everybody to everyone around you being retarded and you being some kind of genius, you're actually going to make yourself dumber because you're not challenging yourself or growing. So it actually
Well,
like thinking you're smart and genius is probably worse for your brain than admitting you're dumb.
Well, it's working because people are like going around in real life like carrying these beliefs now to where they think like men like Myron's thing is women should be loyal and men should be able to cheat and there's a fucking 1 to 10 system about attractiveness. Like that's so barbaric and crazy to me because I'm not like that like whatsoever. And so it's just hearing them talk, I would just laugh. I was just laughing when I was in there. And then he got after me, and I said, "I don't listen to." I said, "I don't listen to dirty Muslims."
That is, dude. Well, no,
Fuck
like
him, dude.
he seems like a guy who shouldn't argue looks because he looks like a fucking like weird monkey or something. Like, he's like, I mean, it's just like it just seems like you'd think like only attractive people would argue looks. Like that Clavicula kid, when
Yeah.
he's describing looks. That's all you got, bro. Run with that, you know. Like, but then hearing other people that are just like ugly talk about how only looks matter is insane. Like I'm like, I'll see like the ugliest dude be like, man, if I don't get the hottest girl ever, I'm fucked. I'm like, well, I hope they don't think that way about you. You'll never get laid. I mean, it
Yeah,
just
I
makes
mean, he's not an advocate, dude. He had really scrawny calves and it's really scrawny calves. I like a man with meaty legs. Like if you know what I mean? And he sprays on his hairline. So I have this
really.
fucking picture. I wonder if I could put it. I have this picture of him where he's like looking down at his phone because he was too good to talk to anybody. And
I hate
he
that.
has this huge fucking bald spot right here, and then he sprays on his fucking front line. It's so funny because I know that being a hairstylist, like what he's doing, he uses like this spray for
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah, hairstyles would have the edge on that. I'm going bald, and I don't give a fuck. I mean, I just feel like people that hide it. I mean, I'm wearing a hat to hide it, whatever. Fuck it, you know. But outside of that, I wouldn't like go like people like I've had like a Turkish company like offer to fly me to Turkey to give me hair. I'm just not that desperate. Like they literally would have done it for free for like an ad or something. But I just feel like that's so gay and just so desperate and just like you know what I mean. Like I don't know. My ego's not based around my hairline, and I make jokes about it too. I go, if you have hair over 40, it means you're a woman. You know, so like basically, you know, they have no testosterone or anything. They're just like
Yeah.
scared of like whatever. It's just gay, and it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's like that whole. I think with it happened with this like rat study. We're seeing this now with like the looks maxing community and stuff like that. Like to where like in the rat community where there's no like trouble or problems or anything like that, the men would become like hyper good looking, and then only focus on that because there's no wars or anything like that happening. Well, there is wars, but like we're so good at it, it doesn't matter now to where like the men in like their 20s they're like obsessed with looks. It sounds like now, and it's like and it just sounds super gay. Like I don't like girls aren't. I mean I'm not going to speak for women because I'm not a woman, but in my opinion, women are less about looks than guys are. So it's like really weird to try to be good looking because only guys care about that. From my perspective, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Guys pretend like they care about that, but that's just what they say publicly. You know, I
Will
don't think
you
they really.
fuck off?
That's funny. I feel like we do
No.
need to get better. I've been saying for like 30 minutes, but like you're just so interesting. I just keep going back into it.
No, it's
But I'm
fine. She just look how pathetic she is.
aw.
Go do something, dude. All right. We're fine. We're good. We're
After the
back.
podcast, you're just cuddling with her. You're like, yeah, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you, baby.
I
Yeah,
start
it's
beating
like
the
the
shit out of her on live.
oh fuck, dude. I would straight up cry. I couldn't even handle that. Like when dogs get hurt, it fucks with me. Or animals get hurt, I can't do that. I'll just
Yeah.
straight up cry like a fucking fag.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you tell from the Midwest. We said buying 37 times. But we're gonna you tell from the Midwest. But no, thanks and jump on anytime. You're fucking hilarious and shit. And I appreciate you doing that. I
Yeah.
appreciate all you people watching still, even though I said bye a million times. You're still watching. You 300 people really strung on hard. You know, you guys are my favorite 300 people. The rest of you,
Yeah, the rest of you, yeah, yeah. You know what's
you gave
funny
up
is,
credit.
you know what, you should have me. You know, you have him doing weather. I want to do a segment, dude. Just randomly pop on and then just steamroll whatever conversation you guys are having, and then leave.
If you want to, I'd let you. You know, you're funny. Yeah. If you have a subject you want to talk about, you can just talk about Steve Perry once a week.
Oh, dude, I'll just come on with a Steve Perry fact and then leave.
Like, oh, in the world of Steve Perry, here's Jessica right now catching us up in breaking Steve Perry news.
Dude, that would be so fucking funny. Just make.
I would do that. That's funny as fuck. I would legit do that. That's funny as
Yeah,
shit.
just like a little fucking 30-second Steve Perry segment and then leave.
That is great. Not just like if you could pull that off for multiple weeks in a row, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
only
no,
Steve
I'll
Perry.
write. I will write that out. That would be hilarious.
I'm down. You already sold me. I'm down. Well, pleasure to briefly meet you in a Zoom call situation. Remind me your last name again so I don't fuck that up again.
Misitano, just like literally how it's spelled is how it sounds.
Just making sure. I don't want to be fucking stupid. I feel like it's rude to ask, but it's way more rude to get it wrong and stay ignorant. But you know, I feel like, so yeah, I know people ask me tomorrow who's on my podcast, and I'll be like, Jessica Misitano, is that what you said?
Misitano, you son of a bitch.
I'm
Do you
illiterate.
record this and stuff? What do you do with this stuff?
What do I do with what?
The podcast.
A real answer. It basically goes to streaming. It's live on Rumble, Kick, YouTube, some other stuff, and then it goes to Spotify, everything else after.
Oh, okay. Do you clip it out or anything like that?
Yeah,
Like, do
I'll
you put
clip
it on
it
a
out.
file?
Yeah, my real guy will probably be hitting me up as soon as it says I'm not live, and he'll be asking me how many fucking reels I want. But if you have
Yeah.
parts of it you want, let me know. I'll have him clip it. But yeah, no,
Yeah, no, for sure. That fucking part where I asked him about the weather in Austin, then starts talking about Brazil.
no,
I
Frankie's unmanageable. Like I tried to say bye to him 4 times. I was like, I feel like it's rude not to do the interview after like 10 minutes. So I'm like, all right, Frankie, you got a question for our guest? He's like, yeah, what's the weather like where you're at? He asked every guest what the weather is where they're at too. It's so fucking hilarious to me. Like he just reminds me of being a kid, man. Like I remember when I only cared about Nirvana or something. You know what I mean? Like when I was like a kid and all I cared about was like Nirvana, The Doors, or something. And I just be like eating food, just talking about like how you talk about Steve Perry. I'd be doing that shit for like I'd be doing that shit as a kid. Like how you talk about Steve Perry and how he talks about the weather is how I talk about Nirvana in 8th grade. You know, it's like the same fucking thing. Because we're all the same as Frankie, really. I mean, we're all the same. And that's why people like try to be rude to him and fuck with him. It really pisses me off because like he's just such a nice guy. It's like pick on people that suck. You know, you don't pick on like innocent fucking children like people. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's pick on Frankie.
Yeah, pick on Frankie. No, people get in the comments like people. Well, dude, one time we had him all fired up because people in the comments were saying he murdered somebody one time, and like he's like, I did not murder anybody. Those are all fake allegations. Like, and he's just like repeatedly saying how he didn't murder somebody, and like. Dude, I felt so bad for him, but at the same time, I was just red-faced laughing the whole time because I couldn't fucking control it. Because like literally everyone in the comment, there's like literally 50 commenters probably or something, all just making up Frankie killed people facts, and just saying it. He's like flipping out, defending himself, and I'm like, he does the same thing with AI. I'm like, Frank, you just need to like not answer these people. You know, you're just giving them what they want. Like no one thinks you're AI, no one thinks you're a murderer. They're just fucking with you, and like you have to tell them that.
Have you seen that one guy with Down syndrome who freaks out on lives because everybody goes in there and tells him that he's the one that killed George Floyd?
No, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, he does it. I've watched him do it. I don't know if they're doing it anymore, but he would hop on lives and everyone's like, "This guy killed George Floyd." He's like, "No, I did it."
Dude, that's so funny. I imagine that Josh Block kid who they always tell him to put the fries in the bag and he chases them down.
Oh my god.
See
The
that?
fucking World of T-shirts guy.
Yeah. They'll be like Josh Block guy, put the fries in the bag, and he's like, I'm richer than you. I make $50,000 a year. What's funny is like I love when broke people brag about being rich because like they like say an amount of money that anybody could obtain. You know, what I mean? It's like those kids, those rappers who like take pictures of like $1,000 in 20s. They're like, oh man, dude, they're this dude. I'm like, well, if you're actually rich, it'd be in a bank account, you know, you fucking retard. No, it's always weird. Same thing with them. It's like he's like, I make $100,000 a year, and I'm like, that's like not even middle class. I mean, like the thing is like, it's a good. I'm just being like whatever, good living or whatever. I'm not trying to knock people making 100,000. I'm just saying if you're bragging about being rich at 100,000, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. You know, they never put their money in banks, by the way, because none of them have IDs. So they can't get bank accounts, dude.
That's probably true. I mean, I wouldn't give them a bank account either. You know, fuck them. I don't blame the Jews for not giving them bank accounts.
You don't blame the Jews for not giving black people accounts. Yeah,
that's true though. They're the most racist. They had the slave ships too. You know, they drove the slave ships.
Yeah,
they don't want to talk about that. Black people hate hearing that shit. But
yeah, that was the coolest thing they ever did.
They fucking peaked with the slave ships. The transatlantic slave ships peaked. You know, it's been downhill for the Jewish people.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
No, dude, I go too much into that shit because like I'm around like black people constantly because I'm in St. Louis. I'm like the only white person, so I'm constantly like arguing with them about like the politics of slavery. And I'm just like, you do know the first like slave owner was like a freed and indentured servant black man out of like Virginia, right? Like why are you blaming white people for everything? Like my family came here like 100 years after slavery. I'm Irish. You know what I mean? It's like what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's like I hate like explaining this to people. I feel like I'm like overprescribed like explaining it to people because they always just like. They have these like I got in this argument with this one guy. It was in the debate rather. It wasn't even that bad, but he just kept telling me about how all history was like whitewashed and how black people actually created everything that white people have things for. I'm just like, dude, that is the saddest gay shit I've ever heard in my life. It's like,
oh god,
it's like I already don't believe history, but I don't believe it was just because black people created everything. and the only invention they like brag is like peanut butter, but it was like created by the Romans actually. But like they'll be like George Washington Carver would have invented peanut butter and like kills white kids. So I think that's kind of funny. Like their only invention kills white kids named Aiden.
Yeah, they kill. Yeah, the only one with peanut allergies is some fucking dork.
Yeah, George Washington Carver killed it or invented it just to kill your kids.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
so
that
funny.
Louis C.K. joke. Like, maybe if you're allergic to peanuts, maybe you're supposed to die.
No, it's true. And it's probably
Yeah.
the poison that they put on there too. I mean, we're probably just reacting to the poison, you know.
Yeah, they put a lot of soybean oil in there, like a substantial amount more than other foods. Like you see that floating on the top, a lot of it. It's supposed to be peanut oil, but when you buy that cheap shit, dude, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
fucking soybean.
Dude, the grocery store's depressing. Everything I lift, I'm like Pop Tarts are ruined for me. I turn around Pop Tarts.
Everything.
It goes bioengineered food. I'm like, I can't even have a s'mores Pop Tart anymore
Nope.
without having a fucking panic attack. It's like, oh my god, they
No.
ruined everything for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
reading. I'm like the most reading I ever do is in a grocery store because I'm just like seeing if like bioengineered stuff is in my food, and every time I read it, I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? I'm like, is everything just plastic and oil and fucking soybean oil?
Yes, it
I'm just
is. We're the only country that doesn't really have food regulations like that. It's so crazy. And it's like if these motherfuckers would protest for that instead of like, no kings, you fucking losers. Like protest for something that actually matters. Stop like oh my god, dude, don't even get me fucking started on these
Your video
people.
on the No King shit was hilarious. You had that trans comedian call them all gay.
Alexa.
Alexa, she's hilarious, but I don't know her personally, but she's fucking hilarious. But I have her on Facebook or something. So you like did this thing, and I'm telling the crowd, you already know what you did. But like the people watching, like, so she did this video where she had a bunch of No Kings people, and then turns to like a trans person, like, and then she goes, "That's so gay."
No, she said she said what a bunch of faggots.
What a bunch Dude, it was so funny, dude. I thought that was so fucking funny. What just like juxtaposition, like of things to say. It was just fucking funny, dude. Like she's
Yeah.
hilarious, too, man. Honestly, she's probably one of the funnier comics out there too. Honestly, and that clown guy too is pretty funny. I forgot his fucking name. The clown
Oh,
guy.
Winston.
Yeah, he's kind of funny. His one-liners are good. They'd only work for him. Like I couldn't do his bit, or no one else really could. But it's good for him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to learn. He's got to start doing like longer formats because like doing one-liners for fucking 10 minutes straight is like you're tapped out after four. And that's with anybody that just straight does
Yeah.
straight one-liners.
Other than Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg can fucking he do a 30-minute set of one-liners that'd kill, but everybody else, you're right. I agree with anybody else doing that probably sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Other than MacGyver,
Mitch
getting Mitch
was
Hedberg.
fine. Mitch for me was fine. Is fine in small segments. I can watch a clip of it, but it's like anybody that's like you're not carrying me through a story. You're not bringing me up and down. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's like for me, it's like I need whimsy, dude. Fucking, I don't know, like hit a woman or something on stage. You
Get
know
a
what I mean?
woman.
Yeah,
Do Afro Man your set, you know?
yeah, dude.
How the fuck did that guy not get canceled? Like Louis C.K. got canceled jerking off in front of somebody. Afro Man hit somebody off stage. They hit a girl off stage, and he's still selling out arenas right now. That's crazy.
I don't know. Why do some why there's what is it? Chris D'Elia was caught talking to an underage girl. There's like you have all this stuff that just that flies to the radar and then they get more famous because of it. It's kind of crazy to be honest with you.
That is. No, he almost came back. I didn't like Chris D'Elia until he came back from his scandal, honestly. I think still talking to children's fucked up and kind of like a loser thing to do, or more than anything. But I
Yeah.
think that like, he came back like edgy and funny. He had like a neck tattoo when he came back, and he finally made me
Yeah.
laugh. Because before that scandal, he was just making goofy faces with Snapchat filters, and like girls are like, "Man, this comedian's hilarious." And I'm just like, "What the fuck?" You see,
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I that's what I like too, and then I found that out, and I'm like, oh,
How do you
I can't even find you funny now. It's like some of the crowd work stuff, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, once you do that, you know what I mean. Once you do that, there's got to be a line. That's also a reason why I want a little Steve Perry died. I'm like, I hope he didn't fuck any kids. Do is there any? Now you got to check. Before you like an artist, like, oh, we all hate him because, like, Gary, can you imagine, like, a Gary Glitter situation? You know what I mean? Can you imagine loving Gary Glitter's music and then you're like, I wonder what happened to him?
Whatever happened to Gary Glitter? But that's so funny. No, it turns out they're all pedophiles except for Michael Jackson, which was a weird turn of events. It's like if
We
you
weren't
asked me like
expecting that.
yeah, if you asked me 20 years ago, I'd say it's only Michael Jackson. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, it's probably everyone except for Michael Jackson. I mean, like Trump had a Miss U.S. teen pageant. I'm like, what? Miss Teen USA, and he'd brag about going backstage. I'm like, man, you guys are wild. Elvis, I mean, all my favorite singers are like that too. It sucks. It sucks
Yeah.
realizing that everyone that created amazing art was just a satanic pedophile.
Yeah, it's and it. I don't know. It's so strange. It's such a strange thing because it happens in like not necessarily in our lifetime, but in our parents' lifetime, and they were just so okay with it. You know,
Yeah,
we just look the other way.
Dude, I don't understand it at all. I'm like watching them, I'm like, I can't even listen to a kid talk, let alone try to bang them. It's just like, I'm just like, I'm like, oh god, okay, you're a fucking idiot. I gotta go, like whatever, idiot, I gotta go, I'm
Yeah.
like, but then like trying to be like, man, that 16-year-old. Do you think it's like guys that couldn't get laid in high school trying to make up for it and going after the girl they were attracted to psychologically in high school, or is it just they're fucking freaks, or they're a lot of these guys were probably raped as kids and then they're like stuck at that age. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's weird and disgusting, and I don't really want to know. I guess.
Hey,
At the end of
there's
the
just
day.
some hot kids out there.
Yeah, too many hot kids. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad I was a fat kid. The more I hear about molestation, I'm like, man, I'm so glad I was fat and nobody's uncle liked me. Like, it's just like
Yeah.
fucking. I'm just glad I was an unattractive kid. It benefited me greatly in my adult
Oh
years.
yeah, like all the girls in my family were molested, but I wasn't. And so like after my mom talked to me, she's like, I was like, why are you asking me that? She's like, well, so and so and so and so. And there was like a bleak moment where I felt left out. You know what I mean?
It's like you realize all your friends were hotter than you, so you
Yeah.
got molested. You're like, well, I guess all my friends are hotter than me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, anyways, that's a good way to end a podcast, right? Okay.
You just like take over the show. You're just like, well,
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Steve Perry fact of the day. Did you guys know that his girlfriend died in 2012 from cancer and he knew it and he fell in love with her anyway?
damn, that's fucked up.
It's a fact. It's a Steve Perry fact. That's what you're gonna get, dude. There's more
Let's
where
keep
that came
talking.
from.
I'm gonna talk to you for 6 more hours. I need to get the fuck out of here before my internet collapses again and I embarrass myself.
All right.
But
Well,
we'll pleasure to electronically meet you. I'm sure I'll have you back on again if you want to do the Steve Perry thing or whatever. But
yeah.
a pleasure to meet you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for spending your Tuesday night. It's like midnight Eastern time. So if you're watching from Eastern time, you're the real OG right now. Yeah, shows this weekend. Go to Lake Ozark if you want to kidnap me or Charlie Kirk me. I'll be at Marty Birds or Chris Rock me. If you want to, if you want to punch me, think you can take me. Marty Birds this weekend. I'll be doing that. So yeah, go come to Missouri. I'll see you later. Thanks again for coming on here. I appreciate it.